today's game of old school Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Ike and I'll be your Dungeon Master, your guide into this world of Dungeons and Dragons. We have some people returning to play, and we also have a new player. And we have some old players who haven't been here for a while too as well. So, we'll start with introductions. Right, we'll get you guys situated and ready to play. Um, but before we start, let's see. Let's make sure everyone that said they would be here is here. So, I think most of everyone that's here is here. So, do we have any immediate questions or concerns? Otherwise, I'm gonna introduce the game to the new players.
No, we're good.
All right, perfect. So, thank you. If so, just speak up, right? Let me know. I'll make sure there's a chance for you to speak. And I'm going to mention we do have three rules here, uh, pretty normal rules. If you cannot follow these rules, you'll be warned and may be removed, of course. So, pretty much the rules are very simple. You just gotta be respectful of everyone else and yourself. You gotta be mature,
Bro,
and you cannot interrupt the dungeon master. Try not to interrupt the dungeon master, and try to take your turn to speak. Pretty much, right? So respectful, mature, and don't interrupt. So that's it. The reason why you cannot interrupt the dungeon master, of course, is because the dungeon master, of course, is the mediator of the conversation. It's going to be my role to make sure everyone has a chance to speak. And if one person is talking the whole time, then no one else gets to play, right? So the dungeon master will make sure everyone has a chance to speak and has a chance to play naturally. So I'm not going to let one person take more than one action, right? Everyone's going to get a chance to do something or say something before you can try another thing, if that makes sense, right? So I'll be the mediator, if that makes sense. Other than that, let's get into introducing the game to our new players or anyone who hasn't been here for a while. So welcome back, Severiano, and he's not been here for a while. Welcome to Quincy. Quincy's our newest player. And then welcome back, everyone else. You've been here the past weekend, so you guys kind of know how things are going currently. Alright, so we're going to be playing some old school Dungeons& and Dragons, very simple. This is a storytelling game about getting golden glory across a dangerous medieval land full of magic and monsters. You're a soldier of fortune, an adventurer, and you're going to go hunt monsters, treasures, and bounties from dungeons guarded by dragons, typically. In this land, you can try anything you want to get your golden glory, but of course, the most high risk and high reward locations are dungeons. So, hence the name Dungeons and Dragons. You can simply farm if you want. You can, you know, go to war, raid villages and such. Anything you want to try to get the golden glory, as long as your party agrees. Whenever you join a group or a game, anyone who's there is your party. These are your comrades. You've been, you know, working together for a while. If you're new, you just have been recently recruited into the party, right? But most of these guys, they're a seasoned group of adventurers who are going around the land getting golden glory, right? People come, people go, as a wandering band of adventurers, right? Currently, we're stationed in a place called Zertanki. It's a frontier settlement, a somewhat military fort on the western front of the human territories in a land called the Scorched Swamplands. This is a land not like any other kind of in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. This is not Earth, but it's a world
Hello.
similar to how Earth was, as if but with magic and monsters, of course. And God and the devil are real in this one, right? So you have powers. Some of the characters have magical powers.
Yeah, unlike real life.
Yeah. So there's that. But that's pretty much Dungeons and Dragons. The point of playing this game is to have fun, to tell a story of how your character lived their life, got golden glory, and was killed. Everyone dies in the end. But the point is to experience the world of D&D, right, and tell a story. So that's it. Now I'm gonna teach you how to play. So now you know what D&D is. I'm gonna tell you how to play real quick. It's very simple. The game begins with the dungeon master describing the situation, which you must imagine in your head. And from there, you get to decide your own action. Typically, you will think about it, discuss it with your party members, and then you'll choose any action you want, right? Of course, some actions are better than others, and these actions should try to help you win. The only way to win in old school D&D is to survive and get golden glory. And the only way to lose is to die. Once you're dead, you're out. After you choose your action, the dungeon master tells you what happens. That's it. The results of your action. Sometimes dice are rolled to determine the outcome. And that's pretty much it. There's only 3 steps to playing the game. That's how the story is told, and that's how the game is played. So now you know how to play D&D. Very simple, right? You just understand the situation and say an action and roll some dice. That's it. Um, Alright, now before you can play though, everyone here is going to need a character. Oh, did we lose Quincy? Our new player?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was fast. Okay.
Oh, so there's no new players?
Yeah, I think Quincy dropped
Oh,
out.
dang. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
all right. Who doesn't have a character?
A few players don't have a character.
Aobi
Uh,
doesn't.
I don't have a character.
Okay, so Yubi needs one, Severiano needs one. If you have not been here for a while, like in the past weekend or last weekend, then your characters, of course, are automatically retired. We don't keep track of them anymore. They're NPCs now. If you want to bring them out of retirement, you have to talk to me outside of the game. Most likely, this means that your character will have to figure out an adventure or um, figure out a time to march to the location of their past characters to recruit them as retainers. Otherwise, their story is done. Their days of adventure are ended. Let's see. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get one for Ayubi, one for Severiano. I think that's it, right? Everyone else has a character ready to go. So, does anyone here wish to create a new character anyway? This character can be played, or you can of course recruit this as a retainer. So if you don't want to get your current character killed, you can of course roll up a new character and start fresh, of course, or you can recruit this new character into your ranks. Anyone interested in doing this? Keep in mind, when you have retainers, if you get them killed, they're your responsibility, and you will lose your reputation when you get your men killed, right? So,
How much is a retainer?
yeah, you get one for free. It's a family member, right? So you can get your brother
Uh,
killed if he joins you, right, or your father, and you only get one father, of course, and a handful of brothers maybe. So, do you want to recruit a retainer?
Um, if we die individually and they survive,
They can take your
will we
place.
able
Yeah.
to?
hmm
But last night we had to split some rewards with our retainers, and that is the case with every game, every reward.
Yes.
Yeah,
Retainers, if they work for the party, they will take a part of the loot as well. So if we have
I
retainers,
love my
there's less
retainer.
loot to go around for everyone else, right?
Fred's the best
Uh,
retainer.
What if what if we all have one retainer and no, no, okay, nothing. I was just saying, if a retainer is kept outside the dungeon, is it possible?
You can leave them outside, but they're still going to require payment.
So we leave ourselves outside. Get this. We leave ourselves outside, and we send all the
Okay.
retainers in, right?
They would
No, no,
not.
I'm
They're
saying if
I'm
followers.
fucking
no,
around. I'm
We
fucking
need a
around.
leader. So
I'm saying if one of us die, if any one of us dies and is no longer able to continue, we can choose our retainers who are in the back, the
yes,
heavy camps.
reinforcements. hmm
We can play we can play as them when we die.
Hear you?
All right. Well, the question
Um,
was if you want to roll up a new character, right? So aside from a Yubi and Severiano, does anyone else need a new character?
Is there a command to
No,
roll it?
I already have one.
All right. So let's get started here.
Hmm. How many pounds of rations did I use in the last session?
Huh?
How many pounds of rations did I use in the last session?
Rations? Mm.
Yeah.
All right. You can ask me on your turn.
Oh,
Let's see.
sorry.
Yeah. If we interrupt this process, it just takes a little longer, right? So let's just get through character creation, and then if we have any other questions, save them for your turn. Everyone will have a chance, right, to speak and do their business. All right. Just be ready on your turn, of course. Let's see. But right now, it's the turn of the new players with the new characters. So remove this. Okay. So we're gonna start with rolling character for Yubi. We're just gonna go alphanumerical, as per usual. Let's see. All right, Yubi, pay close attention. We're gonna roll your abilities. First is strength, starting with a strength of 9.
Thanks.
Intelligence, 5. Wisdom, 14. Dexterity, 15. Constitution, 13. Charisma, 8.
Season X.
Alright,
Yes.
next we're gonna roll a character for Severiano.
Okay, I'm ready.
Starting with strength, 8 strength.
We
Intelligence, 13. Wisdom, 13. Dexterity is 9. Constitution is 3.
no way again.
Charisma is 16.
Okay, so glass cannon.
Alright, I think that was all the new characters, so that's pretty quick. Let's see. We're gonna go into class next. 7 classes to choose from. If you don't know the classes, I can tell you them, but if you already know what you want. UB, starting with you, what class would you like to play?
Give me another thief.
Severiano, what class would you like?
A bard, definitely a bard. I mean, with that much charisma.
Do you remember what version of D&D this is?
No, I have no idea.
This is original D&D. Bards don't exist as classes.
We don't like that
Rogue then?
5e crap.
I'll be a rogue,
A thief. Alright.
a thief.
You have a normal dexterity, are you sure about this? Very
Yeah,
well.
with that much charisma, I want to be a thief.
Alright. Hit points. UB and Severiano, you're both starting with 1 to 4 hit points. The average man has only 2 hit points. A woman might have around 1. Same with the child. Let's see. Your thief, AUB, will start with 1d4 plus 1 due to your high constitution. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you start with 2 hit points. As for Severiano, you have a minus 3 penalty, sadly. No matter what we roll, you're gonna get start of 1. 3 minus 3 is 0, but the minimum is 1. Okay. Items. More
Your
important
character
than
dies
everything
during
else.
childbirth.
So items, Yubi, I'm gonna start with set of clothes, your key. Also going to start with a sling and stones, 30 stones. You have, let's say, a backpack, a 10-foot pole, a tinderbox, okay, and let's go with a torch, a pickaxe, and a 50-foot rope.
Can I get a backpack instead of that pickaxe? I mean, not backpack, a crowbar.
Huh?
Can I get the crowbar instead of that pickaxe?
You couldn't afford it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We'll get you the rope. We can get you a rope or a crowbar instead. Both rope or crowbar is
No,
ones.
I'll stick with the rope. I'll stick with the rope.
Okay. I give you a pickaxe because it's almost as good as a crowbar, but not as good, right? But it's like halfway there. Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Severiano, you're next. All right, I would write this. I would write this down if I were you. These are your
Ready.
items. You have a set of clothes on.
Okay.
You have
What kind of
lockpicks
clothes?
or a key. You have a backpack.
The clothes. It's a bikini.
You have. Let's see. a sling and 30 stones. Okay, you have a lantern, a tinderbox, a 10-foot pole.
Why do I have a 10-foot pole?
Because you're a thief.
Because
You
you're
can
going
use
into a dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Modern D&D players do not need 10-foot poles, but the old days, they had lots of uses. The one copper piece 10-foot pole had more value than most items, even your weapons, right? Let's see. You also start with a flask of oil. And you'll start with a knife and the water skin.
That's a lot of items.
Alright, that's it. Okay, we're almost done. Remember, your characters are thieves. You have thief skills. You can do what you think a thief could do. Climb through surfaces, hear noises, find and remove traps, pickpockets, pick locks, move silently, right, and hide in shadows.
Mm.
And in combat, you can backstab. Alright, so now you know your role as a thief. The last step is to choose your names. You can either choose your own name, get an old school name, or we can we can also use the old school D&D name generator, I guess, too. Medieval name generator. It's your choice. So starting with the Yubi, what kind of name do you want? To pick your own, or do you want to get the random one?
Give me just a random one.
Do you want a random medieval name or a random old school name?
Well, whatever you think is best. I don't really care.
Can we use a chart?
And it says
What,
here your name is Ass Penis.
whatever floats your boat or ship.
15, 5, okay. Alright, your name is going to be Mukla. Okay, you're Mukla the thief. It's
How,
Mulcla. Mukla.
again? Sorry.
What kind of name is that?
Mulcla. It's an old school name. Using the old school Homesian name, random names generator. It's an old school name generator.
I could not hear because someone talked over you.
Mukla.
Your Mulcla. It's Mulcla.
Boomba.
This is not a normal historic name, right? Like I said, it's not a medieval name. It's an old school name.
Mule Ga.
Mulcla.
Mul.
Mulcla. That's your name. Mul. Do you understand?
I'm trying to.
Your
Mulcla.
name is Ass Penis.
Is it that difficult?
Mulcla.
CLA. Yes.
Mulcla. Okay.
I typed it in your description. Okay. Anyway, Severiano, do you want to pick your own name or do you want a random name?
Random.
Do you want an old school name or do you want a medieval name?
Old school.
Okay, good to go. Let's see.
Do I have to give input? I don't know. I've never picked a name like this.
I'm just rolling the dice to find out.
First letter of your mother's maiden name.
Alright, your name is Egri. Okay, it's E-G.
Works for me.
Okay, so E-G-R-E-E. Egri. Agree.
Got it.
Okay, so. Alright, returning players, it's your turn. New players, sit tight. Or new characters, sit tight. So returning players with their characters, we're gonna get you ready. I'm gonna go down the list, of course. We're gonna start with Boomer as Roberto. See, Roberto, did he survive his last adventure? He did, I think, right? He earned 56 copper pieces, lost 2 stones, which were easily replaced. So profits was 56 coppers. Alright,
And I
first
also
thing.
lost a.
What was it?
I lost a torch.
Yeah, you did.
Just making sure you had it written down.
Alright, thank you. Yeah.
All right. I'd like to get it's a short bow.
Short bow? Okay. Short bow and 20 arrows cost a total of 30 coppers. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You're down to 26 coppers.
All right. How much
Would
is
you like
a flask of oil?
a flask of flaming oil or a flask of normal oil?
Flaming oil.
25 coppers.
I will get a flask of flaming oil.
Alright. It's a good investment. Okay, so that should be it for you. Alright, Ishmael's turn. Let me find your sheet first. Alright, Ishmael, looks like you made a profit of 56 coppers. Lost a few stones, but they were easily replaced. You were paralyzed for a few days, actually 10 days, but you recovered before the adventure started. Well, not exactly paralyzed, but sick. Very sick.
So does antidote fix the paralyzation?
Yeah, the antidote for their paralyzation cost a total of 6 silvers, 60 coppers. So you just slept it off. It took 10 days to recover. There's weaker antidotes that cost cheaper, of course, but they don't really help. They're not instantaneous. An instantaneous antidote is 1 silver times the price of the value of the venom, which is in case 6 times as much. So it would cost again 60 coppers for an instantaneous cure.
Alright, well, there's not much I can do.
Yeah, you did not. You're healed already. You just rested, ate well, slept, and you recovered from the sickness caused by the poison. Alright.
Is it 10 silvers to a gold piece as well?
You have 56 copper pieces, so what would you like to buy? I recommend we get you some armor. How's that?
No, fuck that.
No? Okay. What would you rather have? Or do you want to just skip preparations?
Let's skip.
Okay, you'll save your money. Next player. Gotta start with, we're gonna go to Grant's character, Telvis. Let me find your sheet first. Right. Telvis, in your last adventure, you earned 1 point of experience and 110 copper pieces. So now you're at, let's see, where did your sheet go? Okay. Now you're at 154 copper pieces and 2 points of experience. Alright, so let's upgrade your kit. In Zartanki, there's basic armor and weapons. Most supplies and equipment is available. Let's see. Brought in from the caravans. They have basic armor and weapons. So I would recommend to get you a heavy gambeson. You can trade in your old one, and that will reduce the cost. You would only have to pay 25 coppers, which is just the difference. Is this fine with you? Javis? Grant?
Who? Yeah,
Sorry,
Grant.
I didn't realize I was muted.
You want the heavy gambeson?
Would that make me a heavy footman?
Not really. Gamsons are the lightest form of armor, so even the name is a kind of the name of the armor is kind of contradictory, right? It's a kind of a false, right? Because heavy gamsons are still very light. They're only 20 pounds. Their bonus is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a -2 bonus armor class. So do you want the heavy gamson?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to know, real quick, maybe this is important to everyone. Up to 80 pounds for most men, your character can be at half speed. But if you get past, and half speed is what most adventurers march at, which means that you're just encumbered. But or medium footman. You don't want to be heavy footman. That's when you're slow or maxed out, right? So heavy footman's bad. If you go beyond 80 pounds of equipment, you're heavy footman. That's fine if you have a horse or if you're marching off to war, right? So, and you're planning on the long run, right? Or planning for a long march. But if you're just trying to get somewhere quickly, right? Or at a normal rate, medium footman is best, if not lighter. Okay, anyway, we've got the heavy gamson. You pay 25
Is
coppers for it.
Yep. So I'm at 129 copies, right?
Yes. Alright, anything else you want?
Is there a better? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Is there a better one-handed missile weapon I can buy?
Not really. Slings are one of the only medieval one-handed weapons out there. Um, that are missile weapons. There's javelins, maybe, if you're interested. They do a little more damage in slings, but then of course they're heavy.
Would I be able to like change the stones to like
Javelins,
other things
oil,
to
yeah, you
make it?
could. You can switch your ammunition type.
What ammunition type is there, like that I'm able to buy?
Well, of course, larger objects don't go as far. The sling stones go to the max range of the sling, so anything else will go maybe half as far, or if not half as far, maybe a tenth as far, right? So depending on how large of an object you're trying to hurl. Um, but for example, a flask of oil, flaming flask of oil, you might light that up and then sling it, right? That might go half as far as a stone, but then of course it's a lot further than your hand, right? So other ammunition types might include types that can be found in towns, right? Such as whistling stones. They whistle, scream as they are shot, right? Which is an intimidating factor, right? Psychological warfare. That's what the Romans or some very ancient slingers used to do, right?
We're spending time right now.
Yeah. So anyway, other than this, do you really need other ammunition, or do you want to get a better weapon?
Um, can can I buy a better weapon for my retinar or whatever?
Retainer?
Yes.
You bring your retainer
Yeah.
with you this time? Okay. What's his name?
Larum.
Flareon? Okay. What do you want to buy Flareon?
Can I buy him a hammer?
Alright. Flareon can use his own money. He earned 55 copper pieces. You asked if he could buy a hammer, right? He's willing to buy a hammer.
Yeah.
Let's see. It only cost 5 coppers for a hammer. So he's down to 50 coppers.
All right. So hammer, 50 copper. And then how many rations did I use?
Let's see, Tovies. From his ration supply, 30 pounds of rations. I don't think, you guys did march home and ate them probably, your last crew.
An eighth of them?
You
ate them.
You say you
So,
ate.
yeah,
Ate all
there
of
was
them?
more
All
than
right.
10 guys in
Yeah,
your
that
crew,
makes
so
sense.
they're all gone. The rest are gone.
Can I buy 30 more pounds of rations?
It would cost you 3 silvers. Is this fine?
Yeah.
Do you want to pay for it, right? Or are you gonna try to make Flareon pay for it?
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll put me at
Alright.
91.
So 129 minus 30 is 99.
99 copper. And can I buy 2 more flasks of oil?
Yep. Do you want the flaming oil or do you want the normal oil?
Flaming oil.
Flaming whale?
Ooh.
Okay. Costs 50 coppers total. You're down to 49 coppers. Okay.
All right,
That should be enough.
49. Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, next. Let's get Edith
Okay,
ready.
I'm back. Oh, perfect timing.
Okay.
I just got back.
Nice.
Um,
In your last expedition, you earned 110 coppers and 1 experience point. Is that fine?
yeah.
Okay.
What? I don't know what I can buy.
Put it in the bank. Put it all in the bank.
Okay, I'm putting it all in the bank.
Don't listen to him.
No.
Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
not
it's not a
putting it
bad
in the
idea.
bank.
Wait, sorry,
am I
one.
able to do that?
You
I-
could bank some of your coins. There are bankers, but the fee is 10%, right? So you only can
Is
bank coins, and they keep 10% of anything you give them.
I don't want to waste too much time, but like, what categories are there that I can buy from?
Armor, weapons, supplies, equipment. I can give you recommendations, but real quick, back to Talbot. Talbot, did
Yeah,
I give you your experience point, right? So you should have, is it 2 experience?
yeah, it's 2 experience.
Alright, good to go. Edith, by the way, you have 1 experience, 110 coppers. The first thing I recommend you is to get a better helmet. Is that fine? We're gonna trade your over
Yeah.
helmet in and get you a normal helmet.
Yeah, I'll get a better helmet.
Costs 25 coppers for the upgrade.
That's okay.
You're down to 85.
Okay. I, I, I think I'm good with everything I have. I don't know what else I need.
I can make another recommendation. We're gonna upgrade your gambeson to a heavy gambeson.
Okay, hold on one second.
Is that fine?
Yeah, sorry, I'm talking to my family. Huh? Sorry, I had to have my family go on a hunt for a charger for
Okay.
my drawing tablet. Um, yeah, anything you recommend, I'll just buy it. And then I want to put whatever I have left in the bank.
Okay.
So, also, I'm sorry, what do I do with experience points?
This is your progress to leveling up, and it's also insurance. So if you die, your heir gets a little bit of something, right? They'll get 10%. In other words, they'll get that experience point in silver, right? So if you have 1 experience point, then they'll get 1 silver if you die, guaranteed.
Are we able do so for the stuff that we pass down, does it have to be children or family members, or can it be a spouse?
It's your heir, whoever you want to name as your beneficiary.
So can it be a spouse?
You could.
Noted. Okay. Thank you.
The
Okay.
Goblin Queen.
I'm gonna make her have a spouse at some point, just not right now.
Mhm. All right. Um. You say you want to bank the other 60 coppers?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Very well. That'll be it for you. Next player, Juwan. Everyone else, thank you for your patience. Juwan, it's your turn. You're Gerald.
Yeah, how much is a horse?
Horse. Let me double check.
Don't you put a different price now?
It says the normal horse, which is available in Camp Sertanki. The other ones are back in the village. But a normal horse can be bought here, which is around sea. It's 4 gold, which is 400 coppers.
Man, okay. I want to get a better bow, a better helmet, and a one-handed sword.
What do you want to get first? The better bow?
A better bow,
Well, you already
a
have one of the
better
best bows
one-handed
available.
sword.
It's the longbow. So there's only 2 other bows
Oh,
available in
oh, okay,
Sertanki.
okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
started
if
you
I
off with the
have the
best bow.
best bow,
Yeah.
yeah, if I have the best bow, I would like to get the one-handed sword. and a better helmet.
Alright, so what's first, the helmet or the
Oh,
sword? What's more important?
the helmet.
The helmet? Okay. So if we upgrade your helmet, it's gonna cost 25 coppers. Is this fine?
Yeah.
You're down to 85 coppers.
And what about a better vest?
Body armor? To upgrade
Yeah.
your body armor, you have no body armor yet, so a normal gambeson costs 25, a heavy gambeson costs 50. Which one would you like?
No, I don't want something heavy.
The heavy
I want
gambeson's not
something,
heavy.
like normal.
It's light armor still. It's a cloth armor, so it's a heavy set of cloth
Yeah,
armor.
yeah, let me get that.
It's like a big
Let me
coat.
get that.
Okay. It weighs 20 pounds, provides minus 2 armor class bonus, costs 50 coppers. You're down to 35 coppers. That's not enough to afford a sword. You understand that? But you can
Okay,
afford a dagger if you want.
okay.
It's 20 coppers for a dagger.
How much is javelins?
20 coppers for one javelin.
Let me get the javelins.
Javelin, I would say, is far better than a dagger. You can throw it. So it might not be as
Yeah.
small as a dagger, but
Wait, is it?
hmm?
Yeah, yeah. It could be useless.
You can use it in melee and you can throw them. Okay. You're down to 15 coppers. Will that be it?
Yeah, let me put it in the bank.
So keep in mind, if you put your money in the bank, when you pull it out, you lose 10% of it. You sure you want to put it in the bank? You always will lose
Yeah, no
10%.
problem.
Okay.
Well, isn't the point for the bank that like if you die, then your next character can get it?
That's two. If they go up and they can pick up the inheritance right away, which is going to still be 90% of it. So they'll still lose 10% no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Alright, good to go. You are done. Alright, we have maybe one more player to get ready. Zane, right, as Octavius.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your patience, Zane. You're gonna earn 110 coppers and 1 experience from your last one.
Mm-hmm. Um, so I'm gonna have to buy stuff. What's the rate of a hound?
You want the dog? Dogs are not
Mm-hmm.
available in camps or tanky. You're in a military camp. They're not being bred. There's no animal den here to buy dogs at. You have to go to the village to get a dog.
All right. What about a net?
Nets, that would count as supplies. Supplies is here in Zertanki. So they have supply caravans coming in and out of this frontier settlement.
So
So nets are free, are
nets are
not nets are available, and the price is standard. It's currently 20 coppers per net. This is only a
all right.
5 foot net though, 5 foot by 5 foot. If you want a larger net, it's more expensive naturally.
And can I use it in combat?
Yeah, you could. It would function how a real net would in combat. It might tangle someone up a little bit, but it won't kill them. It won't really stop them either. Right? If you got a net on yourself, would you be completely stopped? Probably not, right?
Might be good for like an animal.
hmm On people, maybe a
If
little
it's
bit,
a
but animals definitely.
if it's a small enough animal, can I contain it?
Yeah, probably. Especially if you
Okay.
buy a weighted net, right?
How much is a weighted net?
Weighted nets are not here, so you have to buy parts to create one, right?
Okay. And what was the smaller net rate?
The current net that's available is 20 coppers. It's 5 foot. If you want to buy weights for it to make it a weighted net, you have to buy the weights. Probably cost around an extra 10 coppers to buy the weights.
All right. I'm gonna buy one net.
Okay.
Um,
You can make it
and
yourself too, by the way, a weighted net. You just have to tie stones to each end, right? So all the little ends to make it weighted. It's not as effective as a
All,
real weighted net, but it still works to some extent. A
all
stone
right.
weighted net.
Mhm. Um, what about weapons? Let me check.
You're at 90 coppers. Do you need to upgrade your weapon kit? Right now your weapon kit consists of just a sling. I would recommend getting a new melee weapon. Particularly, I would highly recommend getting a pike. Or if you want to go shield and spear, that's really good too. So if you plan to fight in the front lines, you definitely want to get a shield. If you plan to fight from the back lines, you want to get a polearm or a pike.
Hmm. Um, what's the normal shield cost?
Normal shield is 25 coppers.
I'll get that too.
Okay, you got a shield. You want a spear?
Yes. Uh,
It's a
not
really
at
good
the
weapon.
moment.
No?
How much do I have left?
You have 65 left.
65. All right. Let me just. Can I take 1 minute, please? I'm just checking.
I recommend a spear or hand axe or a short sword, mace, but mostly the spear because of all that reach, right? It's really good informations.
Um, I already have the hammer. But that's for melee combat, not for long range combat. Um,
You have a sling and stones already too for missiles.
yeah, I think that's enough. I'm gonna put the money in the bank. Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
so you did not want a spear?
No, in terms of armor, what can I get?
You can get body armor, like a gambeson or a heavy gambeson.
Okay, but in combat style, I'll have to use one hand on the shield and the other on the hammer.
Yep. The hammer is a really poor choice of weapon though. Might be good against armor. It deals about 1d3 damage maybe. It's slow and it's a tool, right? So it's your
All
choice.
right.
The spear is
Can I
fast,
set?
has reach, 1d6 damage, right? So double, twice as much.
Can I sell my hammer?
That's your. You want to get rid of your tool? You can get 2 coppers for it.
No, no. Uh,
All right, you can
I
think about
think
it. We can
yeah.
come
Just
back
give.
later.
No,
You're
no.
gonna
Okay.
get
Just
65.
give me.
Oh,
You did you recommend a spike?
I recommended a
Longbow
spear. Maybe a spike if you want to hammer
spear.
things into the wall with your hammer.
Okay. I'll go for the spear. Yeah.
Okay.
How much is that?
30 coppers.
All
You want a
right.
spike too?
Not for now. So for now, it's only one net, one shield, and one um,
Spear.
spear.
All right, you banked the rest of the money you have?
Yeah. How much do I have left now?
35 in the bank.
35. Um, I would
All right.
like to hold it, not give it to the bank. I would like to hold it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, that should be everyone.
You said I had 1 copper piece left, right, Ekin? Can I use that to paint my pole? My 10-foot pole?
What, do you
I'd
wanna
like to
do you
paint
wanna
it.
pay your taxes or something?
Wait, who? Agree wants to? Agree. I did not say you
Yeah.
have 1 copper left. You were probably mishearing it.
Oh, I heard a copper piece earlier. Never mind then.
You were probably listening to me when I was talking to a different player and told the different player that he had 1 copper left.
Okay.
Right? I think that was Telvis or someone. Ishmael, maybe? Ishmael, right? I told you you had 1 copper left or something? Or no, wait. It was not Ishmael. Who was it?
Um,
It's fine. I just wanted to paint the pole.
sorry for the intrusion, but Ekin, can I can you tell me how much I have left in the money?
All right, pay close attention. You have 35 coppers left.
All right.
Mhm.
What about the symbols? I checked that you can buy symbols as well.
Huh?
Can you buy symbols?
You want a holy symbol? You're not a cleric. You don't need one, but do you want one?
Is there any kind of other symbol?
Like what? What do you mean?
What's available to me? Like, for it, does it give you any strength buffs?
It's a symbol, like a crucifix. It does not. I mean, it might help you practice your faith.
Okay. What's the rate on that?
It's 20 coppers or 25 coppers for a holy symbol.
Okay, never mind.
Right? It's like a crucifix. So it's for clerics mainly.
All right.
And you're a fighter. You need armor and weapons. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that should be it, right? So we just finished preparations, so we'll take a small break. I'll say 3 to 5 minutes. Then you guys get back. We're gonna start the adventure. Okay? So take your breaks.
On our way to the wherever we're gonna go, do you guys mind if we stop to like hunt for birds and small game and stuff? And of
Yeah, I
course,
do.
eat food. And I need the blood to paint my
You
pole.
do?
Hunt for
I,
birds.
I
You
do
do? You
mind if
do
we do
mind?
What?
that.
I would.
We're
No, I
monster
would.
hunters, and you wanna hunt for birds?
We're
I would
already short
enjoy.
on time, and I already have 30 pounds of rations, and it's better
Oh,
if we just go to the dungeon.
Well, prep.
I
Does
didn't realize. Never mind.
does prep eat up session time? Because I don't know if you can change it, but
Yeah,
I'm
it does.
recording.
It does.
Oh, it does.
We
Okay, my
could we
bad.
could
Yeah.
do a dungeon session, and after the loot, we can like after that, if we have time, we can do that. I'm really interested in that.
I, on our way back, but then it's dangerous too, because we might encounter monsters, and then we
No,
might get wiped out.
if we're near the camps, I think we can be safe. You know,
Well, I mean,
that
monsters
depends.
still wander up to the camps. There's still sieges that happen on the camp, so we still won't be safe.
Whatever. It's
Huh.
birds.
I mean, if we're just looking for small animals or like things to discover, I mean, it's all dependent upon if we have time left after the dungeon session.
Yeah.
Which we probably won't, because dungeon sessions take the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the future thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrying this thing around is going to be annoying.
Carrying what around?
A 10-foot fucking pole.
No, it doesn't really
Carrying the
hinder you.
dick around.
Is it collapsible? Like, can I take it apart?
No, it's just a 10-foot pole. You don't have to worry about it.
It's not like I can put it in
Yeah.
my pack. What the fuck?
You can too.
I'm
I
going
mean,
to go with every single one of you on the trip.
the best case scenario would be like if we. I don't know. That's a dirty mind. I'm sorry.
It's just a pole.
10 feet.
Were you guys talking about 10-foot poles?
No, we're talking about feet.
Oh, I thought. I heard 10 feet. I thought you guys talking. My bad.
I mean, we can also lunge at doors, like by using the pole. You know.
Nah, that's not what it's for.
Oh.
Can I get like 1 foot of rope? I want to basically pick apart the rope and then tie the knife to the end of my 10-foot pole.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess.
You think that would make a good weapon?
No. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it would, considering if
Maybe.
the animal is only able to attack you by its body, so technically you would be safe. I don't know. It's up to the DM.
10-foot javelin.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe
No,
one day you'll. Mhm.
what we were using it for before, what they were using it for was poking around the dungeon and trying to like trigger traps. And
Yeah,
Oh,
cause
they
yeah, cause
like
like
tie a light to the end of it or like a lantern or whatever
like a
so
torch,
that
you
you
could
could
use
see
it
further.
to
Yeah.
You use it to find traps.
like imagine there's like a pit ahead of you, but it's like all unstable dirt. You won't notice it with just your eye, like at first glance. So when you poke with a pole, it makes it essentially the poles triggering the trap, not your foot, so you don't die.
Alright,
That's why
it's
I
been
wanted to
roughly
paint the
5 minutes,
pole.
so we're gonna resume. We're gonna get back into it. So, like I
Okay.
stated at the beginning, right, the Dungeon Master is now going to, of course, describe the situation now that we're ready to play. So, everyone's got their characters ready. The situation is as per usual. You find your characters currently in Camp Jordanki, the westernmost frontier settlement in the human territories of the scorched swamplands. And most likely, you head to where most adventurers have been campaigning. To get their golden glory, you will go to Kasruin Ebestur, northwest of here. A river flows from that ruin all the way to a very large and important river. It flows from there through Camp Sertanki. So the usual route is to follow this river northwest through rugged grasslands, swamps, and of course forested hills. Those forested hills are where you'll find the ruins of Castle Ebestur. Right. So, do we have any objections to the current campaign, the plan, the goal of the adventure, marching to Castle Ebestur? Anyone want to try something differently? There's plenty of work we can
on.
get done.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Sounds like a couple of you are fine with it, and those who have not spoken, you're at least agreeable,
Yeah,
correct?
I'm
we're
fine
saying
with
we're
it.
good with
We do
it.
not
That's
object.
fine.
Okay. So the party's headed there. We'll say as the night passes, you come to an agreement. That's where this crew will go for the adventure. In the morning, you will set out at the breakfast. We have supplies, we have equipment, armor, weapons. You are ready to go. So as we march, we'll just kind of get you guys prepared ahead of time. Um, in case you want to equip anything or figure out the marching order, this is the time to do so since we're on track. So you are setting out the usual course of travel. It's going to be a forced march there, right? You have enough food to feed your party for maybe a day, right? So you guys want to expend your rations or you guys want to buy fresh food for this trip?
He
Of
has
course,
like
you want to
30
buy
pounds of food.
something.
30 pounds of food is
Buy
one
fresh
silver.
food.
So who would like to supply the troop?
I can buy more fresh food, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Talbot will supply fresh food. He should be compensated by the end, right? Or at the end if there's any
Mhm.
profits. And fresh food, of course, 30 pounds of it should be enough for your party to get there. Your party consists of roughly a little less than 10 men, right? So that should be plenty of food for your crew for one day. Um, Now we just need someone to carry it. So if he pays for it, someone's got to carry it.
I'll
Someone
carry
with
it.
an empty pack.
I'll
Who wants?
carry it.
Yeah, I can't take it.
I have a
Octavius
backpack.
Well, I'll carry
or
it.
Ishmael?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can carry it. I can carry it.
Okay, whatever.
Who? Okay, I need confirmation.
Octavius, apparently.
Octavius? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, Octavius, you shall carry it. Okay, Octavius has a bag. The only thing in there is nothing. Actually, it's empty. He wears his net over his body, his hammer's on his belt. So, he can definitely carry it. Octavius, you are
Um.
slowed by the food. But the party moves pretty slow anyway. They move at medium footman rate. About 2 miles an hour.
All right. Can I ask? Is there a river nearby?
We're following a
Yeah, we
river.
follow the yeah, we follow the
Okay.
river every time.
Is it a freshwater? Is it clean? Like,
It's a major river,
do
so it's very wide. Many different.
can okay? Can I
Okay, go ahead.
do an action? Can I do an action and try to catch fish by my net?
We're about to march soon. You want to go out fishing at this point?
No, negative. move
Okay.
on.
Yeah, they'll probably leave without you if you go fishing. They won't know where you are. There's no cell phones. So accountability is just being
No.
together, right? All right. So
Fishing, quite the adventure.
Hmm.
yeah, you can spend a whole
Yeah.
session fishing and make 1 copper after the whole adventure, or you can go adventuring, right, and make hundreds of
We
copper,
can
if
go
not
raiding.
thousands. So spend 3 hours of your time fishing, right? Get a single copper piece, or 3 hours of your time, making
Yep.
300 times as much. So
Mm-hmm.
it's your choice. Let's see.
We can go raiding instead of fishing if you guys want to make money.
No,
Yeah.
no,
We're,
no.
we're
Let's go to the dungeons. Let's go.
yeah
Move
we're
on. Let's go.
we're adventurers for a reason. We're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we are truly ready, we're gonna march, and I forgot kind of where I left off, but I'm gonna just kind of restart here. So we're tracking on food, and Talbot paid 10 coppers for it, right? So I need to record that.
Yeah.
39 coppers left.
Yep.
If you got background sound, mute yourself unless you're speaking.
Sorry, is that me? My bad.
Alright, let's march. Shouldn't be too difficult. If we force march it, are we okay with force marching? You guys will need more time to rest,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
you get to the camp sooner. Alright, no encounters on the way there. By sunset, you arrive at the camp, the siege camp surrounding Castle Store. Through rugged plains, through the swamps, through more rugged plains, and then into the forested hills, northwest along the river. You find that the river has led you to Castle Store. It's along the east side of the river. You follow the river from the east side, of course, since you've been traveling northwest along the east side. And you join the siege camp, or unless there's a problem. But the siege camp is here. They invite you in. They see you're exhausted. They house you. They feed you. They get you a place to sleep, right? And of course, tomorrow you guys will try to recover. But as you're recovering, you will require to stand a shift here, right? Everyone has to do their part at the siege camp. Each shift is 8 hours, so it will take you a couple days to fully kind of settle in before you can begin your own expedition into the dungeon. Naturally, after a forced march, you need to spend a full day just kind of resting. So tonight they'll let you sleep, uh, and then tomorrow you'll not perform any strenuous activities. You'll just be on watch for the most part. If you're forced to do any strenuous activities, you will have a penalty, naturally. So if we are under attack, for example. But normal work, walking around, just staying awake, right, should be enough. So, should be fine. So, we gotta roll to see if anything happens during the time you're resting. This camp is can be attacked, even though there's a large number here, it still can be attacked. These NPCs can be killed. The whole camp could be destroyed, right? Every now and then it does get destroyed or raided by monsters, and then they rebuild it, of course, and recover the camp. But usually they know how to survive against any great threats. Not every threat you must fight, right? Sometimes you gotta run. Okay, so when you arrive, you have to get through an evening. This is when you guys were exhausted. That evening was a quiet one. At night, you guys went to sleep. The following day, after your sleep, you were somewhat rested, but we need 2 more shifts of rest. And those 2 shifts of rest, some of you will be resting, some of you will be on duty. So therefore, some of you will sleep at night, and some of you won't. So, but basically, you just have to get through another day of just doing nothing but helping the camp. The day shift was fine. 8 hours went past, and nothing happened. Evening shift, there was a monster encounter and an animal encounter. Half of your party was on duty at this time, or on a shift, right? So half of you were on shift. We'll just pick randomly. Gerald, Egri, Octavius, Flareon. You guys were on shift at this time. The 4 of you. This was the evening shift. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
what encounter came first. Alright, the animal encounter was first. This occurred around 5 p.m. or yeah, around 5 p.m. So just before sunset, there was an animal encounter. Let's see if either side was surprised. No sides were surprised. We could just hear them from a distance. They were
Mm-hmm.
just passing through the area. So we heard animals in the distance, just large animals moving through the area. they were of course ignored. A hunting party would probably be sent out to go and hunt them down. So that would be a couple of you then, and then the rest of the NPCs that are on shift. So with a dozen men, every shift has about 6 men on it. So half of the other men and half of you guys. So that's 3 plus 2 of you. So Gerald and Egri and 3 of the NPCs here, NPC adventurers, frontiersmen, were sent on a patrol to go see what animals they were, to hunt them down. Okay, so the camp can restock on food supply. Oh, by the way, your journey here did cost you all the food you did have, right? Or not all of it. You
Like
got dinner there,
like
so
the rations too.
no, not the rations, just the food. So for the
Alright.
food, you lost 2 meals worth. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or actually, you only ate lunch out there because you had dinner with the camp. You had breakfast at Zertanki. So the siege camp, you had dinner with them. Zertanki, you had breakfast there. So you only lost 1 meal each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So out of the 30 pounds of food, we only lost 8 pounds. We have 22 pounds left for later when we head back home, of course, if the food is not spoiled by then. But at this time, we do have an encounter with animals in the area.
Mhm.
Animals were tracked. We heard croaking sounds in the distance. They were tracked down, and we spotted giant geckos, right? Massive geckos in this forested jungle, right? This hilly jungle. So your men spot massive lizards out here, crawling through jumping tree to tree, right? Were they attacked? The hunters saw that the giant geckos were too much of a risk to shoot, right? They're too large and perhaps too dangerous, so we did not hunt that day. The patrol went back, of course. Did anyone want to break rank and do something differently between Octavius and Egri? You guys were sent out to hunt. Or was it Gerald? No, it was Gerald and Egri. You two were sent out to hunt.
I'm not engaging those lizards at 1 HP.
Okay,
Um,
so you follow them.
Nah. Oh, we going back.
Alright, you don't break rank, you
okay.
follow them, right? They lead you
Yeah.
back to camp. Alright, later in the day, of course, at the time of, let's see, 10 p.m., there was a monster encounter. Let's see if either side was surprised. We were surprised. So there was a monster close by. We did not realize it until they were 40 feet. When they were 40 feet, that's when they decided to take an action against us, potentially. Their action was mostly neutral. So at 40 feet, we realized that there was a monster, but that monster had the drop on us. Whether it attacked us or not, it's hard to tell. It didn't seem exactly hostile, but it's very close to the camp. It's roughly 40 feet from the perimeter of the camp. Let's see. I'm going to roll to see what kind of monster it was. Depending on what kind of monster it is, will determine the kind of reaction we get. We'll see. So 6. Alright. It was lizard men in the
It's the
area.
dragon.
We understand that these forest hills are sometimes patrolled by lizard men who follow the river sometimes, but they usually keep their distance and stay in the swamps. They were just passing through, it appears. But you heard lizard men croaking at 40 feet. They just kind of croaked toward the camp and made sort of warning sounds, right? And they just continued along the area. So we readied our weapons as they passed through the area. They croaked toward us and they moved on. So lizard men in
How
the
does
area. We barely saw them, but they were in the area and they made themselves known. So they were not hostile or friendly. They just wanted to let you know that they were in the area and they moved on. Perhaps they're hunting in this area, so that's why. All
They're
right,
probably hunting us. Let's kill it.
you wanna go out there? You were probably on watch at this time, so. Well, this was actually not your watch. This was the people on watch at this time were Octavius and Flareon, because Egri and Gerald were a patrol unit, so they were with the patrol and camp
How many were
maintenance.
there?
So Octavius, Flareon, it's you three, or it's you two and 3 other men on guard, right? You guys all gathered toward the same side of the camp, except one person on each other side. The siege camp has 3 exposed flanks. The west, east, and south flank are exposed. The enemy were to the east. So one man manned the western side. Uh, at all times, there were always with the size of the siege camp. Usually, there was at least one person on each side because two of you joined them, they had one extra on the east side and one extra on the south. Since the west usually doesn't get too much activity, since the west side is the west side is the river, right? So it doesn't really get too much activity, since naturally, what can pass or I mean, we have a river protecting us to the west, right? So we don't need as many guards there. So at this time, of course, Octavius, you were positioned on the east side with one NPC guard, or one NPC, yeah. And Flareon, you were on the south side. So of course, Flareon, did you want to rush to the east or did you want to stay on your post on the south and
I'll
remain
stay on my
vigilant?
post.
Okay, so Octavius, what do you think? You and the guard to the east, hear the enemy, you guys report it, you call out to the camp, right? Enemies nearby, ready weapons in case, right? So men at the camp who are just resting, just ready their weapons in case of a battle, right? You guys stand vigilant, watching their actions, of course, and you did hear their response. They croaked and they moved on. What do you think about the situation, Octavius? Do you want, or not Octavius? Yeah, it was Octavius. Did you want to do anything about this? Say anything about this?
How can I tell how many are there?
It's a tribe. They're moving to the area. Luzimin tribe.
No, stand my post.
Okay. We are heavily outnumbered against them, right? Especially with the men that can actually fight right now, because half the men are resting right now, very exhausted, and you yourself are still exhausted from yesterday's march. So you can barely feel your feet. You still need time to rest. You choose not to engage. All right. The day shift finally, or yeah, that was the evening shift. The evening shift finally passed, right? We chose not to engage any of the threats that were out there, right? Whether they were animals or monsters. We chose to, of course, keep the peace. Of course, a lot of rookies will come here and start war, right, or battles, and get the whole camp killed, or at least cause a lot of casualties among their own ranks. The NPCs are wise enough to not do that, right? They've been here long enough. But PCs, player characters, not so much. Let's see. You guys are a wise group. Most groups would actually attack. Let's see. Or want to really attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they're that much of a threat, they would have wiped out the camp by now. So.
Okay. Anyway, night shift went by easily. Nothing happened at the night shift. And finally, it's the morning of the adventure. You guys have finally fully rested and are ready to enter the dungeon at this point. You're released from your duties for the day, right? They know that you guys are planning on going into the dungeon, so at that point you don't have to serve the camp anymore. You've done your part at the siege camp. So it's the morning and you're ready to go. So, do we have anything we need to discuss before we ready our characters up? Ready our characters up means
Who's going
equipping
in the front?
weapons, marching order.
Who's
You
going
guys
in
want?
front?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, discuss.
Yeah, who are we putting in the front? No? So who
Say
are we,
what?
who
Oh,
wants
I'm
to be in
sorry.
the
I had to
back
go
then?
get my food. I'm back. All right. So basically, all right. What kind of spells do people have? We knew who it was. And then Aobi. That's not the right person. Who here is a
I'm a
magic
thief,
user?
brother. We have no magic user.
Who here is a magic user though?
Oh, and you're the magic. Who are the elf is?
I'm the only one. Okay. So basically, we're gonna have the people with all the shields in the front.
Oh,
We're gonna
what's
have
up?
a shield wall going in. We're gonna have magic user, which is me, and Flareon in the back, ready for with sleep.
What's up, guys?
We're gonna have people with longer weapons that can reach forward in second rank.
All right. I have the shield,
Yeah.
but I don't have any
What you got,
long
Grant?
range. So I guess I'm in the front.
Yeah.
I have
And
a bow, so I'm going anywhere. I don't mind.
Do you just have a bow?
Yeah, I have a bow. I would really love to be on the front line too.
You should stay in second rank because with a bow, you can't really protect much, but you're able to shoot them from second rank.
Okay, second rank it is.
yeah, every
Who here has a shield and like a spear or just a shield and a weapon?
That would be me. I have a shield and a spear.
All right, so
And a
that's one person.
and a short bow. What
and
type of
and
spell
me.
do you have, Grant?
And you,
Oh,
me,
what's your
I
sling?
Octavius,
have. Okay, so if you have a shield and a one-handed weapon that you can use with your shield, go up into first rank so we can have a wall.
You didn't tell me your spell, Grant.
That's all I'm gonna say because somebody's calling my name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, whatever. I think we're ready.
Yeah.
All right, good to go.
We're not gonna get much.
We'll go down the list, and you guys will tell me what you want to do. So you've had some time to discuss among yourselves, plan things out. Now it's time to actually choose some actions. So we're gonna take action. Mocha, what would you like to prepare?
I'll just have my sling out.
All right, what rank?
Put me in like third rank.
Okay, and Roberto, what would you like to wield?
Oops, sorry, I was muted. I like to wield my spear and shield.
What rank?
First rank.
Ishmael, what would you like to wield?
The club and pulley symbol.
And rank?
Second.
Okay, Telvis, what would you like to wield? Telvis,
You're muted.
Grant.
Yeah. He said somebody was calling to him.
Okay,
We
we'll come
should
back.
probably just skip to the next.
Gerald, what would you like to wield?
Yeah, a bow and second rank.
What bow do you have? Longbow or short bow?
Tempered bow, long bow, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, now we have to check. Alright, Gerald, remember this. You have a longbow.
Oh, long bow, yeah.
Okay.
If you have a longbow, it might be better for the third rank.
Chicken in that bit.
Gonna be second or third?
It's whatever. He already picked.
Second, right?
Second.
Alright.
Alright, Igor, what would you like
What
to
do you
wield?
mean by rank? I'd like to wield my lantern and my knife, but I don't know what you mean by rank.
Your rank is your position. First rank is the front,
Like
second
which
rank's
row?
behind first rank, like the middle, right? Third rank might be the rear guard.
Okay, third rank then. If
Yeah, hold on. Real quick.
Alright, Igor in third rank. What do you wield? You said lantern and...
um, lantern and knife.
Okay. You want to light your lantern up with the flask of oil?
Once we get in a cave that we can't see in, sure. But
Alright,
not
sounds
right
good.
now.
I dropped this girl that wanted me.
Octavius, what would you like to wield?
I would like to wield my spear, my shield, and in the first rank.
Alright, Flareon, what should he wield? Telvis, are you back?
Yeah. Blaron should wield. Can he memorize leap?
Sleep?
And he'll wield his short bow.
Short bow. Okay. What rank?
He'll go third rank.
Okay. And what does Telvith wield?
Telvith will wield his sling and memorize sleep and be ready to cast it.
Hey, the witch wants to come back.
Is it
What do you want to
okay if
wield?
I jump back in? Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, just a moment, Irene.
My sling,
Sorry, what rank do you want?
third rank.
Third, okay. Alright,
Yeah,
we've
Cave
got
Irene,
4
come
people
back.
in third. That doesn't work out. So, we have to send someone to fourth.
Who's in
Or
third?
Who had the
Mocha,
lantern?
Telvith,
Igri.
Igri, and Flareon.
Igri, you
Blaron
should
will go
probably go to
fourth rank.
second. Igri, you should probably go to second since you have the lantern.
The lantern provides minimum
Yeah,
light, so if he's in the second, we still can't see ahead, right? We can see the front rank,
but
but the
third
front
rank would
rank
be
can't
even
see.
worse
Never
for him.
You need a light in the front, so you guys want to send Igri to the front?
I'll see.
Yeah.
I'll stand in front.
Okay, that makes it easy. Igri is sent to the front.
They don't call me
Alright, welcome
Igri
back,
the
Edith.
Green Wolf, nothing.
You're a latecomer. You were a little late here. We'll say
I'm
you
so
tagged along with the
sorry.
troop, and you did take a shift, and we did lose a little extra food then to feed you. So instead of losing what was it? I said 8 pounds earlier. You lost 9 because we had to feed her too the previous day that we were marching in the wilderness, right? We had lunch together, so she ate with us, right? Naturally. So you guys have 21 pounds of food left. No worries, it happens. By the way. Let's see. All right. As long as you don't interrupt the flow of the game, then you're good. So Edith is here. Edith, what would you like to wield? We're at Castro Neva store.
Wait.
What do you want to wield?
Where are we?
Castro Neva
We're
store.
by the.
By
With the
this.
siege
By
camp.
us. Are we fighting?
We're
No.
about to go into the fucking dungeon.
Oh. I
So
I'll,
what are you carrying?
I'll wield my daggers, and is it okay if I memorize a spell as well?
Yeah, of course. So just your dagger?
Ventriloquism.
Ventriloquism, okay.
Yeah. And then that's it.
Alright. Very well. Do you want to wield your sling too, so you can shoot? Sling is one-handed.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Dagger and sling. Okay, good to go. What rank would you like? Third is full. You can be in second. Second only has 2 people. That's the middle.
I'll be in second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll always go mid.
Alright, we are ready. Your party readies themselves up. With a lantern in the front, we can see 5 feet ahead. So although we might hear monsters in the distance, we won't get to see them or fight them until they're 5 feet in front of us, right? So keep that in mind.
Can you go ahead and recap the marching order for everybody?
At the front,
No.
leading the way is Roberto, the veteran, Ygritte, the thief or apprentice, and Octavius, the veteran. Alright. So,
Okay.
you approach the Castle Ruin of Astur. You can either enter through the caverns, which is what's guarded by the siege camp. It's the usual entrance into, or the usual entry way into, of course, the donjon. You will have to get through a cavern to get to the donjon, though. It's a bit more difficult, but there are rewards on the way there, right? The other ways you can actually enter through Castle Ruin Ebastor itself. The ruins are rumored to be defended by demons, small little demons, they say, right? So, and it's also somewhat in a more secure way or a faster way into the donjon itself. The caverns, you have to get through vermin, swamp, and anything else nasty you might find in the cave. So you can go through the caves, and they say that the cave is nice though because it also provides direct access, but also um, there's treasure on the way there. The cave itself has monsters to kill, treasure to find as well, particularly gems and crystals and such growing in the rocks.
Okay. I vote
So,
cave.
cave entrance
Yeah.
or the ruins? The
Okay.
ruins might
That's
have
my
old
vote.
supply and refuse. That's about it. But it's mostly abandoned and looted if anything valuable. So,
Okay.
go the cave
Fuck
route.
the ruins.
All right. Yeah, some of the guys told you maybe last night, right? Because you guys were here for a whole day just doing nothing but watch duty and all that. They probably told you about the last crew who went up there to the ruins was demolished, right? Only one survivor. Let's see. Okay. So you're going through the cavern. In that case, as you approach the cavern, right, your crew marches up to it in formation, right? A band of soldiers, right, in armor, weapons, supplies, tools. Uh, Leading the troop is 3 men, right? This is Roberto the veteran, shield and spear. Octavius the veteran, shield and spear. And between them, the lantern bearer, Egri the apprentice, with his dagger in the other hand. Alright. The cavern is the entryway is roughly 30 feet wide, 10 feet deep. To the east and west, cavern rocks. Toward the center, it's a clear passage leading to a cavernous tunnel, 8 to 10 feet wide, 8 to 10 feet tall. The only way forward into the cave seems to be north. You can check the east and west if you want. They're just rocks. It's up to you. Which way would you like to continue?
North.
North.
North it is.
A few party members speak up, and
North.
it sounds like we're moving north. The
a
ones leading
cavern, so
us
it's
or have final say kind of are Roberto, Igri, and Octavius since they're at the front, right?
yeah, we're going north.
Yep, north.
North it
Okay.
is.
Party's moving north through the caverns. Let me get a picture of the cavern then. Alright. Probably doesn't look like this at this time of year actually. It's June. So let me find a better one.
It's a Google Maps picture.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're now moving through the cavern at this point. We're in an roughly 8 foot tall cavernous tunnel, but 8 to 10 feet wide. Varying widths and heights, of course, due to the cave formations, right? The rock formations in here. Stalactites and stalagmites. Let's see if there's anything in this tunnel. We are pushing north. It leads roughly 10 feet north toward an intersection. This is a 10-foot intersection up ahead. In the tunnel itself, as you're passing through, those at the front, spear and shield readied, right? Lantern bearer standing ready as well. Passing through this tunnel right now. It's a cave tunnel. Trying to get through it. They are leading the way.
Do you have someone to prod? Like, can they prod?
No one's prodding at the moment. You want to stop the
No
party
prod.
and figure that out?
Do you really have to stop for that?
No, no,
Yeah?
no.
Well,
It'll
you're
come up
stopping to
when we.
discuss, right? So
Okay, never mind.
you want to move into a potential trap while you're discussing finding traps?
No.
So do you want to stop and discuss it, or do you want to keep going?
Keep going.
Okay,
Keep going.
good to go. Right. So you're pushing forward, and suddenly the floor toward the east side collapses. One of the members uh, fall into a sort of collapse, right? The east side of the tunnel, right? Roughly 1 foot by 1 foot kind of collapse there. The floor kind of breaks or falls loose and caves in, right? So it breaks apart and you're dropped into what appears to be a den, right? A nest. You slide down into a nest of giant centipedes. Let's see.
Who?
This is a random character. It's one of the shield bearers because they were on the flanks. Turns out it was Octavius. As you
Can I
were
throw a
marching
rope to him?
through, right? Suddenly the floor breaks beneath you. You have a chance to save yourself. So we do
Mhm.
know that you walked over the area. It breaks, and you get a saving throw for paralysis to keep from falling. All right, you fall in there. You failed it. It's a 6.
Mhm.
So you fall in there. He's sliding down, and then of course everyone can take a reaction. Maybe you can grab him. Maybe you can throw a rope. But getting that rope out might take longer than just grabbing him, right? So keep in mind, there, it
Mhm.
you know it's not a movie where you have like a whole minute to take a rope out before one dude falls, right? He's already falling, so
Well, yeah, he already.
he already
I'm
fell.
imagining
Yeah.
he already
Can
fell.
I roll a
So
dexterity
he
save? He's right
slid
beside
down.
me.
He slid down into a hole, right? Just a 1 foot hole toward the east. So pretty much only his legs went in, right? And the floor just collapsed there as if monsters were tunneling under the floor, but it gave way due to his weight, and the
Mhm.
floor just kind of broke apart. He's just kind of his feet are kind of among a bunch of giant centipedes right now. So before you guys can take your actions, I'm gonna see the reaction of the centipedes real quick. All right, they are just kind of crawling around. They're not exactly hostile yet or friendly. They're just like not sure what's going on, right? Their home or the ceiling of their home just broke apart, right?
Mhm.
A giant stepped over their house and collapsed it. Um, so there's a bunch of
Mhm.
giant centipedes at your feet, pretty much. Now everyone's gonna get an action, but the first to act, of course, is the one affected. So Octavius. Octavius, the floor fell roughly maybe a meter or a yard deep, right? You're among a
Mhm.
bunch of giant centipedes. This hole is roughly 1 foot by 1 foot. Just your kind of leg is in it, right? You can easily kind of crawl out if you want, or you can start stomping them. What do you want to do? What's your reaction to this?
I wanna quietly crawl out.
All right, carefully and quietly you crawl out. I mean, at this point you can't really quietly crawl out, but you could carefully crawl out, right? You've already made
Yeah.
noise, so they already know you're there. And they are awake now. They're woken. Maybe they're sleeping. So they're all stirred up now. Now that dirt and everything is all
Mhm.
over the place. Octavia is crawling out. One of the characters is getting the rope out. Who's getting the rope out? He did not fall very deep. He only fell like
All right.
3 feet
Well,
deep.
apparently not then. There's not much.
Okay. You don't need the rope. The rest of you want to just like step back and pull him out of there. It's not a very,
Yeah.
crazy situation. As long as he doesn't stay in the hole very long. So Octavius is crawling out of there, and the bugs don't really react at first. They're just confused, right, crawling around. But basically, toward the east, you guys might remember this last time. There was a hole there. They've been tunneling. This is their den. And now finally, they dug under, too far under, and you guys stepped over their house, and now it collapsed. So now there's a hole toward the east side of this cavernous tunnel. The dirt has collapsed, piled on top of all those centipedes beneath it, and of course, they're trying to crawl out, moving further east, deeper into the walls.
Can I pour oil in there and light it on fire?
All right.
Why?
Igri wants to move toward the
Why
front.
would you do that?
Light them up.
Well, once you're out,
Why though?
Well,
to
we're
kill
all
all
out.
centipedes and
We're
explore the hole?
discussing, so.
They might have something down there.
Okay, wait. First of all, Igri, is this a discussion or do you want to take this action?
I'm
Do you
asking
wanna-
my
He's
party.
saying
Okay,
the action.
so you guys can discuss. Okay, so go ahead and discuss if you need to.
We're already done.
Okay, so you want to light up our friend on fire? Do you wanna die?
If
No,
we
he's already
pour
out.
oil in there
Octavia's
and kill
already
the
out.
centipedes, we can just go down in the hole once the fire goes out and then explore it without any danger.
It's a very small
Sure,
hole,
burn it.
right?
Okay.
It's a bug tunnel,
Oh, it's small.
right? It's only about 1 foot by 1 foot.
Yeah, there's
It's
probably
3
no
feet
treasure
deep.
Didn't
down
you say it
there.
was 3 feet deep?
Yeah, it's 1 foot
Yeah,
by
so
1 foot
fuck
though.
no.
It's a hole, like a tunnel, right? Only his leg
If
went in
we
there.
kill the bugs, they can't follow us out and try to hurt us.
There's gonna be more.
It's probably best to kill them anyway.
There's a lot of them. No, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
but if
best because
the
They're
flask
crawling
of
away.
oil,
last time somebody burned something, right? It emitted like a huge smell, and it just gave us more bugs, right? I feel like it's just gonna alert.
Okay.
So we should just
So
ditch.
what
Let's just keep
rank
going.
are you, Agree?
All right, I'm gonna pause the party real quick.
First rank.
So, just in case
You're in
we're
the
not
front
all
line,
stopped to
bro.
discuss, so those who are discussing, you will get to discuss further in a moment. But does anyone want to take an action rather than discuss? Whether you want to stand guard or light them up anyway. So if you're discussing, you don't get an action actually, because your action is to discuss. But if you haven't said anything, you can take an action, or you can just stand by and watch what happens. So
And does anybody have a sleep spell?
I do.
wait,
As
like I
right
said,
now, we
okay.
really don't need the.
Did anyone here? Okay, those who are discussing, hold on a moment, okay? Because I'm trying to give everyone else a chance to do something. Those who are not in the discussion can do an action while you guys are in the middle of talking. Does that make sense? So if you're talking, wait for a second. I'm gonna give everyone else a chance to speak or say something. So characters like Mocha, you haven't said anything. Do you want to take an action, or do you want to join the
Sure.
discussion? All right. What are you doing as they're talking? Right.
I'll stand guard.
Okay. You're
You
standing
know,
guard.
don't anything flying us while you're doing all this talking. You know.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Second that.
I think
Is-
he was the only one not talking, right? Who else was not talking?
Is Flareon able to act?
You can give him orders, but he's doing what he was normally doing, which is just standing by. He's an NPC. That means he's a non-playable character. You can't play him. You can tell him what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Alright.
kind of yell at him to use sleep?
All right. So you look to him and you tell him to use sleep, right? The party's in the middle of a discussion, and you want to tell him that.
Yeah, I'll yell it to him.
Do you not want to So do you order him to do this, or do you want to discuss with your party first?
I order him to do it.
All right.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
the party's in the middle of the discussion. You were talking with the party too. When you look to Flare and tell him to use sleep, he replies and says they're gone, right? If you look into the hole, they're already gone. While you guys were busy discussing,
you're
they crawled
stupid.
away. Alright, so if we don't take immediate action, sometimes the situation will change. Because the time doesn't stop, right? The game doesn't pause for you guys to discuss the situation. As you're discussing, everything else around you is still moving, right? Doing their own thing.
Come on, guys,
Bugs
knock
are
it off.
gone.
Let's just
They've
keep
crawled
going.
deep into the walls, away from the housing that they were building under the tunnel.
We're going
Guys,
in the
knock
back.
it,
Right?
I
knock it
lower
off.
my lantern into it.
Knock it
It's
off,
a
guys.
tiny ass hole. Why?
Guys, knock it off. We need to keep going.
You shine
Come
the
on.
lantern down there, you don't see anything. You see baby
Okay, I keep
centipedes,
going.
maybe that's about it. In the refuse,
I'm done
right?
exploring it.
I hit it with my pickaxe.
Telvitz gets on in there. Is about to hit it with his pickaxe. Does the party
I
want to move
stop
on, or do we
him.
want to wait for Telvit to finish his job?
Leave him
We're
behind.
gonna leave, we're gonna leave him behind if he wants to do that.
Because I'm not gonna let one person do an action while everyone just watches. So if you guys want to push forward as Telvit does, that's fine too, right?
Yeah.
If someone wants to break rank
So
and do their own
Octavius is still
action.
down there.
He was
No.
taken out immediately. Octavius did not want to wait down there. He crawled out as soon as he could, right?
Oh, this is so cool.
He's
Okay.
been out of the hole a long while then, right? For like at least
That
5 to
makes
10 minutes since you guys discussed.
a bunch of fire.
Okay, so Talbot, the party is not willing to wait for you. They're gonna push ahead. You want to stay back and uh, hit this thing with your pickaxe?
I'll go with them.
Okay. You push forward. You resume rank, and the party advances. We spend a good 20 minutes just in that area at the
Oh,
entrance, right? No profits gained, no monsters killed. Alright. I just want to remind you guys, we have limited time. You want to choose your battles wisely.
wait.
Right? You want to
Okay.
choose where you choose to explore wisely, because every minute counts. Alright, just a reminder. You're at the
But
intersection
just wait.
now. From the intersection, you can see an alcove to the east. This is a chamber open to the tunnel, no walls dividing it between the tunnel. It's a small alcove, about 10 feet by 10 feet. You can kind of see it with the dimness of your lantern light. Although the lantern light you can see clearly for 5 feet, you can see dimly for about another 5 feet, as long as it's at the front. Further ahead toward the north, you can see that the tunnel does continue. Currently in the intersection, you can see clearly that the western wall has been dug up immensely. There's a lot of refuse or broken pieces of the wall scattered along the western wall. Other than this, we can clearly see on the western wall are a bunch of centipedes, giant centipedes in the crevices that were formed, or in the cavities that are formed in the western wall. So in the cavities of the western wall, we see a total of 7 giant centipedes chilling there, right? They're just kind of sitting there in the wall. They're not really reacting to your party. They're just laying on the wall, right?
Hey guys, sleep them.
Hmm.
You want to cast sleep on them?
Yeah, I would like to cast sleep actually.
Okay. You face these giant centipedes, right? You conjure the spell, and you curse them with sleep. Let's see how many you affect. 2d8 worth.
Oh.
We got 2 plus 3, 5 of the 7 are potentially put to sleep. Okay, let me roll to see how many are put to sleep. If this is their saving throw.
Oh, like
Fail.
here it's
Fail.
look at the
Fail. Pass. Pass. Alright, that was a fail. Fail. Those are both fails. 5 fails, 1 pass. So only 1 stays awake, while the others, or only one of the ones that you cast it on stays awake. So total of
There
4
were
were put to
7,
sleep.
right?
3 are still awake total out of
Okay.
all the 7. So 3 are
Alright,
still
now
awake.
let's
The
make
others are just, they weren't moving, so they look like they don't really move at all, right? The ones that were put to
battle
sleep, they
bed.
just remain there, but they're magically slumbered. The other 3 are just
Yeah.
like chilling there. You can see their antennas moving around still, right? Their legs kind of every now and then stretching, right? Moving a bit. They have
Make
tons
a
of legs.
firing. Let's just
Do
make a
we push
firing
in?
line and finish them off. Just make a firing line.
You guys want to do a firing line? Kind of step away, take aim, and fire on
Yeah.
them. The ones that are still awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get XP for that?
Yes.
You
why
get
not?
you can sell them.
LeBron always pops up.
Okay. We can create a firing line then. You guys spread out, create a firing line. We have some men kind of toward the
Hold on,
north,
hold on,
some
hold
men
on.
kind of toward the east, some men kind of toward the south. You're quiet and careful, of course. You're still exploring. As long as no one decides to yell, right? Then you don't really need any guards naturally. Guards are kind of useless unless guarding is a useless action unless it's only useful if there's something to guard against naturally. But if you're careful, you guys can all work together and do something useful, such as join the firing line, right, and open fire on these guys. Of course, we can, if we really want, send at least one guard to the north to keep watch, right? If anything approaches, they can warn the party. We're gonna go down the list, and you guys will all get to choose your own action, right? Mulkla, would you like to join the fire line or do something else?
Sure, I'll join the firing line.
Okay, you will shoot. Roberto, do you want to fire as well? You can switch
Yeah,
weapons
I'll
to a
shoot.
missile. Okay.
Yeah. I'll swap to my short bow.
Ishmael.
Firing line.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But like, I still want to have the club out. You know, my other.
Okay. How about club and sling then? You can put your cross back over your neck or your holy
Yeah.
symbol. Okay. Telvith. You want a sling or something else?
I'll use my sling.
Okay, good to go. And Gerald, you want to use your bow?
Of course.
Igri, you have a dagger
Yeah,
and
I'll go there
lantern
with
out.
my. I'll go there with my sling in my pack. I'll just take it out and
Okay,
shoot with
you
them.
steal your dagger, get the sling out, lantern still in
Mhm.
hand, providing light.
Yeah.
Without you, we cannot even see these targets. Octavius, do you want to switch to a missile weapon or something else?
I'm assuming that all of the front ranks are facing north, so are they?
Nope, we're all moving toward the east, toward the alcove. Our backs are to the alcove, we're facing west toward the western wall where the giant centipedes are. We're creating a firing line along the east side of the tunnel.
Um, does anyone want to, with a shield, want to face with me to the north?
We're not discussing. We're
Yeah.
acting.
We're not in
Okay.
discussion, we're taking action right now. So your action wants to be discussion,
Yeah.
that's your action then, right?
Yeah.
You discuss. You ask that to the party as they're
I'm,
taking action. So,
Pay
yeah, I'm gonna
attention
switch
now.
to my slingshot and shoot. Yeah.
alright, for this round, you won't. This round, you're gonna talk with your party, right? Next round, you can switch weapons. So, I'll say you can at least
Oh,
drop the spear and start grabbing your sling as you're talking.
oh,
That's what
in, in
about.
that in that case, I don't want to do anything.
Alright, well, you still want to say what you said, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on guard. Yeah.
Okay. You suggest that we guard the north, basically.
Mm.
You kind of move toward the
Mhm.
north. Flareon is gonna take aim and shoot then too. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see, I have different orders for him. Edith, you want to shoot as well, or something else?
Yeah.
Alright, we have tons of shooters for this, right? Might be overdoing it, but at least it will guarantee that they're killed. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shooters against 3 giant centipedes, okay, that are still awake. The other 4 are sleeping, magically. Alright, we take aim, we fire, we subtract ammunition based on how many shots we fire. Starting with Molkla, you're a thief. The enemy are aware of us, but you're technically shooting into their backs, so we'll give you partial backstab here. Mukla,
Yes, this one is
Just give me a +4 to hit.
+4 to hit. Okay. You hit.
someone off our story.
Your
Of my
damage
story.
is 1 damage. You killed one of them.
That one. Right there. One of our chats.
Okay, who's got background sound? If you got background sound and you're not speaking, mute yourself.
That's Grant.
Alright, thank you. Let's see. Alright. 2 left. So we know Molko opened fire. We know Roberto opened fire. Or not. Yeah, Roberto, you fired with your bow, right? Short bow.
Yep. 2 shots.
2
One on
shots.
each.
Missed. And hit. Damage 5. 1 kill.
Alright.
Okay. Killed one of them. And you lose 1 arrow from this. You can retrieve the other after this.
Alright.
Okay. Ishmael, you fired sling and stone. Missed. Talvith, you fired sling and stone. Missed. You fired 2 shots actually because you're an elf. You want to fire 2? You can do 1 or 2 shots.
2 shots.
Your second shot, nat 20 hit. Oh, wrong dice. Let's see. Damage was 4 against 1 hit point. Kill. Alright, the rest of you who fired, you just target the ones who were already sleeping and we lit them up. So everyone lost some. If you did choose to fire, you did lose ammunition, even if you didn't get a chance to kill the ones who were awake. You still fired anyway, and so we just double tap or triple tap to them, right? Or if not, you fired on the ones that were sleeping and killed them instantly. So basically, in the
Okay.
end, Edith, you lost 1 stone. Stones don't really matter though. You can refill them
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Alright.
Flareon ended up losing 2 arrows, or he retrieves 1, so minus 1 arrow.
Yep.
Igri, you lost 2 stones, but easily refilled. So,
Can't I just pick them up from the ground?
yeah, in this area, they're pretty close. Your sling stones. Gerald, minus 1 arrow.
Well, I killed one?
No, you didn't. Well, you probably did maybe, but your arrow snapped, right? You fired anyway on the sleeping ones probably. In the end, short story, or long story short, we basically expended a bunch of ammunition on a bunch of kind of helpless monsters, right? That couldn't defend themselves. So we
Let's
lit
loot
them
their
up. They're all
heads.
dead.
Oh,
Okay.
We got
Well,
XP though.
okay. Okay,
yeah,
I
what
see.
we're gonna
These
do, guys,
monsters, they're valued for their whole body, right? You have to take the
yeah.
whole thing back. They're
Let's
weighing
just
1 pound
real,
each. So
yep, just real
I'll
quickly,
I'll
guys.
put
Bet.
them in my
What?
I'll put them in my bag.
7
Yeah.
pounds
So
in your bag.
we're gonna
Delvith, do you
bag
have
these.
food in your bag?
No, that's Flareon. He's carrying the food.
All right, Telvis carries all the
Where are
bodies.
your rations though?
They're this.
They're on Flareon too?
My rations are with Flareon. He's carrying them.
Can you fit all that in there? Let's see.
Yeah, I bought a backpack for him last time.
Okay.
He's got 9 pounds worth of room too.
Yeah.
So
All
he's
right.
See,
got
So
he's
the rations. Who's got the food? Forgot. That was another character, right?
somebody. Yeah,
Was it
somebody
Telvis?
took it. I don't know.
Okay, Flareon's got the rations. Alright, you put the centipedes in your
I
bag.
think I got the food. Yeah. I think somebody
Oh,
gave me.
Tevius? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Tevius has it.
Yep.
all right. So
Enemy have
yeah,
been looted.
we're gonna loot this, guys. Let's just head back to camp now. We'll drop these
No,
off.
fuck that. Keep going.
No, we
No,
can.
we
No,
can't head
we
back to
can.
camp. Then
If
our
we head
adventure's
back.
done.
No.
No,
If we
you head back to camp. You head
Guys,
back to camp.
listen. I'm trying to talk, man. Come on, let me talk. If we go back to camp, we literally just drop these off, sleep. We get all of our spells back, then we just come back to the dungeon in
No,
the
we
morning.
can't do that. As
Yeah.
soon as we go ahead and cash in, that's our adventure. We're over.
Technically,
we
that
go
might
out
be the
once.
end. You can go out, but then some players might drop out at that point, right? They might call it quits once you get out, naturally. Because they'll be safe.
All right, whatever.
You
If we
can't
go
go
out,
out
I
and you
might.
can't go back in, of course, but some might drop out. We might lose a few men. Plus, also the
Does
time duration. Your torchlight or your candlelight will go down. Your oil lantern. So
does
just going
anybody have
outside, dropping out
retainers?
the loot, since we're so close, might be a good idea. Of course, just drop off 7 pounds. But again, it's only 7 pounds of loot. It's not a lot of weight. So
Yeah, and to also
Could
get our
I
spells
run out
back.
with it and run back and try to find them?
you want to make your way out and back in? Send one
I'll
guy.
go out alone,
No.
sprint out with
Send
the
one of your
loot,
least
drop it off
experienced
to Telvis,
characters.
and then come back.
You might take an hour to report back.
I could sprint back.
This is a waste of time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
at,
real.
at
Okay.
this
I
point
think
it's a waste of
we
time.
just head in because
Should
I'm
we push
carrying all
forward,
the
or do you want
loot,
to
and I
discuss
don't want to
sending
go
a
back.
guy out there with loot?
Let's just push forward.
All right.
We push forward.
So
Can I say something?
yeah, sure.
Does anybody have retainers?
What?
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going, bro.
All right. Let's go.
All right. The majority of the crew wants to keep going. Some of us want to keep discussing the tunnel. Keep in mind, discussion does pass time as well. 10 minutes went past as you discussed in the dungeon. Let's see if anything occurred while you discussed. All right. From here, from this intersection, you can continue east into an alcove or north into a cavernous tunnel. Which way would you like to go?
North.
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 Alright, the cavernous tunnel ahead. Roughly 8 to 10 feet wide, 8 to 10 feet tall. That's about it. It's leading to a large cavern up ahead. Let's see.
I use my 10-foot pole to probe the roof and the walls.
Just
He
prop the
uses
floor.
his 10-foot pole to probe the roof and the wall.
Well, agree. You have your sling and lantern out. You want to
I can
switch?
put the lantern on the ground and just quickly probe, can't I? It won't take more
Alright,
than a
we
minute.
stop and we switch equipment. So, we do not advance.
And that takes you 30 minutes.
Oh my, okay, never mind. I don't switch.
I'm
with the
kidding. I'm
gun.
fucking around. Fucking around.
Okay.
What are you going to put away to get your pull out?
I'm just putting the lantern on the ground, taking my pole out, seeing what's on the roof and the walls, and then putting like the pole away and picking my lantern up again. 1 minute.
So you really want to do that? You don't...
I'm curious as to what the darkness around and whether or
I
not
tell him
any other parts
not
of the
to
cave
because
can
that'll
break.
take a while.
Bro, if
For
you're gonna
one,
I
if
get
you're
the
gonna
feeling
prod,
that
you might as well prod the
slipping
whole
into something
area,
new.
right? Not just one little area. So if you're gonna be a prodder, you might as well put something away, like your dagger, and keep the pole and lantern
Yeah,
out.
I'll put the dagger away. That's smart, I guess. I'll
Right.
bring the pole and the lantern.
What's the point of prodding one 10-foot area and then putting everything back again, get your dagger out?
I'm
You're
really
right.
sorry to I'm really sorry to interject, but I need 1 second to rinse my mouth. DM, can you control my character?
It's not how it works. If you leave, it's fine. Your
Okay.
character
Okay,
will follow along.
I'll take 1 minute.
All right.
So
Okay.
I do take out my pole and start smacking the wall, seeing if anything else will break and more centipedes will pop out. Because I get the feeling that we're walking into a
Okay,
centipede.
you know what? I
You're
want to
gonna
take some
make
action here.
you're gonna make noise, bro.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
for
that's
for
what I
What?
surely we
thought.
have stopped
I'm
again.
gonna make some action.
Yeah.
Ekin, I want to make some action.
All right. You
Someone,
will get a chance.
I want to
Hold up.
shoot
Let me
Egri
describe the
in the
situation.
face.
So we did stop to discuss and pull out equipment again, or switch equipment. Before we progress, let me see what's in this area. I didn't fully finish telling you guys what's in the area. So, all right. So when you did kind of make your way through this tunnel north of the intersection, uh, suddenly your lantern did go out. So it's completely dark. The only light source is to the south, because you have no secondary light source. You only have the one. So
I'm back.
the flame on the oil went out, right? It just a gust of wind hit it and it went out. It's completely dark now except to the south. You
I
guys
have a
can't see each
tinderbox.
other.
I can light it.
Alright, so you're in
I
the middle of
have
the discussion.
Flareon take out a torch
Okay.
and pass it up to the front.
I think the
I
tinderbox was good enough.
No, the tinderbox will go out. That's why we need torches.
Do you want to discuss your actions first or do you want to take action?
Tell this
I'll
I
time.
want
take
to
an
take
action.
action.
Take action.
I'll order Flareon to take out a torch and
Alright,
pass it up to the guy that had the
so if
lantern.
we're going to take action, right? So right now we're discussing your actions, but if we're going to take action and you decide to discuss while we're taking action, your discussion is your action. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're taking action, tell me your action, not what your discussion is. If you want to discuss, it's separate. So
Okay.
are we ready to take action or do we need to discuss some more?
I accept his action and
Ready.
take his torch.
Accepted
take-
that
Alright,
action.
well,
Also, I put the lantern in my pack.
we'll go down the
So
list and
now I have
everyone
a
will get a chance
torch
to
and
take
a
an
pole.
action. Alright, if I didn't say it, it never
Okay.
happened. Alright, that's how it goes. So, Mukla, what's your action?
I mean, they're changing equipment. There is no action for me. I
Okay,
still
you
have
pass.
my sling out.
Alberto, be ready on your turn, right? The quicker you guys to
Yep.
get through this, if you want to take longer, that's fine. You lose more time playing, right? Let's see.
On guard.
Pass. Ishmael, what would you like to do?
Nothing.
Okay, Telvith.
I'll order Flareon to take out a torch and light it.
Alright. Gerald.
I wanna shoot Egri in the head.
Are you sure? This is a work, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Agri can of course react
With
to this.
what?
Agri, what's your reaction to this? You can see Gerald's, he pushes you away against the wall,
I'm in the second rank.
taking aim, right? In the second rank?
I
Okay.
immediately start using like zigzags and jump behind other people.
Alright, well,
That's
Gerald's about to
powerful.
take aim on you. You're taking cover behind your friends. Octavius, what's your action this round? Or what do you want to do this turn?
This is awful.
Is the person who is being attacked in the front line?
Hold on, I just see.
Yes,
Oh
he
no,
is.
I'm
He's in the
hiding
very
behind
front.
you.
He was providing the lantern light, but now there's
Who are
no.
you hiding behind?
It's
The
completely
attacker's
dark.
in second
We
rank.
cannot see anything right now.
Oh,
So Octavius,
for a minute.
I
you can hear them moving around.
I try to use my charisma and say no fighting.
Okay, you say
Have you
no
seen the
fighting. Flareon, what do you want to do?
Uh,
This was the end.
Flareon will shoot
Oh yeah,
This is
Flareon's
like
an NPC.
Gerald with oh yeah, Flareon is an NPC.
You're telling him
I
what
was
to do,
confused.
but he does his
Oh,
own thing. We don't know what Flareon does. Edith,
Well, guys, PvP is so fun and cool. I love this.
yay, no treasure, right? Fuck.
Yeah.
Edith, what's your move?
that ain't
I'm
me, Steph.
standing. I'm not doing anything.
You're just
I'm
trying to push
standing and
forward.
watching.
Alright. The men are making a mess of themselves. So what happens this
Yeah.
round is everyone's having a conflict of interest, right? The light went out and immediately there's like a kind of a wrestle at the front or a conflict. Basically, Igri, you get behind someone at the front. You can't see anything, but you hear the frustration from who was frustrated with him? It was Gerald. Gerald's
Gerald.
frustrated. Gerald, you can't see him, but you take an arrow to your bow, you knock it, and you say, you know, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, pretty much, right? And he takes cover behind one of your guys, and it's like shaking and you know ducking back and forth around around someone, but no one can see each other. You've got the bow and arrow aimed, and you guys are making noise, right? Plenty of noise.
Didn't Flareon light a torch?
Flareon was ordered to, so he's getting a torch lit right now. Flareon, you know, he's going
Alright,
through his bag, pulling out a tinderbox, pulling out a torch. It takes a minute, right? He sets the torch down, he's getting the tinderbox out. As this is happening, does anyone else want to take an action at this point? Gerald, you
I
try
will.
to shoot him, but you can't see him. So you want to just fire blank
Oh no,
or into
I
dark?
put my.
There's
I'm
nothing to
gonna
do.
shoot
There's nothing to do.
Can I
towards
take
him
an
so
action?
I can see him from the back, right?
Tellith, what do you want to do at this point?
Can I take out my pickaxe in my free hand?
Okay, you're getting your pickaxe out to your free hand. Does anyone else want to
Alright.
take an action before the torch is lit?
Sure.
I just asked him to
Sure.
quit their.
No.
I asked him to quit their
One at a
shit right
time.
now.
Roberto tells you
Sorry.
to quit. Mocha, what do you want to try to do as this is happening?
I'll try to stop Geralt.
Alright,
Any
you
way,
hear
shape,
Gerald,
or
he's got a
form.
bow and arrow knocked, right? You kind of
Oh
reach
wait.
toward him. Gerald, from the darkness, you can kind of feel someone grabbing at you. You want to push them back? What do you do about this?
Okay, since don't
You
see
cannot see,
anyone
you
in
can only feel.
front of me, I'm gonna turn around, shoot whoever is grabbing me.
Alright, it's completely dark, and as soon as he feels someone touching him, he does turn toward that person and looses an arrow on them. Mocha, you're hit. The arrow goes through
Yeah.
you, right? You're in
They can
close
shoot an
quarters.
arrow from that close of a range?
Well, probably not actually. So, how did you want to grab him first of all? Did you want to quickly grab him, like restrain
Yeah,
him,
as head.
or
Just subdue him,
subdue him?
I guess. Or
Like what's your move? Do you want to punch him? Do you want to grapple him? What do you do?
I grapple him, basically, yeah.
Okay, you grab him. Okay, so we're gonna see who's faster between the two of you, right? Alright. So attacker versus defender. In this case, the attacker in this moment was Mocha. He's grabbing him, right? As the other one turns around to counter, right, with his bow. So attacker loses, the counter wins. So what actually happens is Mocha, as you reach for him, you try to get to him, but he turns to you, right, or
Does
turns in
my
your
dex
direction.
count?
What's your dexterity?
It's a +1.
Alright, and what's your dexterity? Gerald.
-16, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay, he wins.
Alright, well, you know, you try to stop him.
Yeah,
You try to grab
dexterity
him before
16.
anything else can happen out here. Right? And he turns around, looses an arrow on you. At close quarters. Point blank, right? He already had it knocked, so he just loses it. Okay, he loses it into
Okay.
you. It is completely dark, but you're very close, right? You're very close. He just point blank you. The arrow goes into your character. Therefore, you take automatic damage. This is a longbow. Use 1d8. Dealt 7 damage to you. Saving throw versus death. Alright, 11. What's your wisdom?
Yeah, it's a +1, but I think that still fails.
Goes through your ribs, into your lungs, right? And you fall on your knees. You're coughing blood. That's it. There's a casualty on the ground, right? He shot. You guys heard him, the arrow twang. At that point, everyone near him want to jump him or what? He just shot one of the
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm not
jumping
doing
on.
that.
Okay.
Since I took out my pickaxe, can I swing it through his head?
You can't see him, but you can hear where the arrow went off. So,
Right. So one of us died. So let's kill
Didn't
the other one, and then let's kill the other one, and
Talbot, you want to
let's
kill him?
keep doing it until there's one
This is
left.
a war
Right,
crime,
guys?
so
I
what's
would like
worse
to
than,
kill
of
him
course,
because
killing him?
Flareon
No,
lit his
fuck
torch,
that.
right?
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Talbot was about to kill him, right? He took his pickaxe out as well as swing. Ishmael, you grab him, push him back, right?
What?
So Ishmael restrains you. Okay, Gerald,
What are
the
you
men are
doing?
angry. Does anyone want to stop Gerald?
Isn't
Anyone
Ishmael
want
in
to restrain
rank
Gerald?
1 though?
Ekin, I'm gonna wait
Okay,
for
well,
the.
no, I want to. Wait. Since I killed this guy, I want to say something. Whoever comes near me, I swear. Okay, let's just finish this and, get some treasure.
But you started
Okay,
it.
Who
Ekin,
cares if he started it?
I wait for the torch to be lit, and then I immediately stab him. So that's what I'm doing.
Alright, well the
The
torch is
torch
finally
did get.
lit. When the torch is lit finally, it took 30 seconds, right? 3 different actions. The torch is struck and lit. The retainer gets up and shines the light. It's a 20-foot diameter, 10-foot radius from the torch, right? The area is clearly lit now from where he stands. And at the end of this all, we see, of course, one of our men dead on the ground, arrow through his ribs, right, into his lungs, blood all over the floor. One of the recruits were killed just now. Mocha, the recruit, right, the new thief in the party was killed. So.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab him now, you can.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
Stab
a
who?
great
you guys
idea.
want to
Who you
restrain him?
stab, bro?
Okay.
Numbers matter
Can I
more,
just
so.
back up? I don't want to be a part of this.
No, this
Ida
is
backs
he's
up.
not. I'm not trying to restrain him. I'm trying
Who
to
you
kill
wanna
him.
stab?
What? No, I need to know what was the
Kill
context
who?
of all of this. What
I
caused it?
know. What happened?
Okay.
Gerald killed
He
a party
just did it.
member. All right, so I stabbed
No, I
Gerald.
was self-defending myself.
If you
It
want
was
to take an action, talk
self-defense.
to
No.
me. If you want to discuss, talk to each other.
All right,
Right.
Ekin, I stabbed Gerald.
Alright, Roberto's about to stab you, Gerald. What's your action?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Ekin.
You're in close combat. Missile weapons can't be used in close combat typically. So if someone melees you, you can't really use a missile
Oh.
weapon, right? If they're fast enough, of
Okay.
course.
So
If he
what
hits
about a
you.
knife?
What
I have
matters
a
here
knife
is
as well.
initiative. So he does have
Alright.
to move toward you to stab you. There's a
I
chance
have
for
a
you to
spear.
launch a shot before he closes the distance, right? So,
Well, can I just reach him from here with my spear?
While they're doing that,
did you say you took out your
am I
dagger
able
though?
to?
Right? So you
I
dropped
don't
your
have a
spear and you have a
dagger.
dagger. Oh, you
I
didn't?
don't have
Oh,
a
you don't have
dagger.
it? Okay. You have a
No.
spear. So as soon as the light was revealed, of course, you took the action to just thrust your spear through him. And he had his arrow knocked. He did make his warning, but you thrusted your spear into him immediately. Spear does have reach. So when the light did shine, of course, and you were making your call outs, of course, Roberto didn't just stand there. While you were making your call outs, as soon as the light was lit, his spear went at your position. He does start the combat between you and him. The spear, he has 2 attacks,
Two
he's a fighter.
plus
1
one.
miss, 1 hit. Damage is 1 damage, plus 1, 2
Plus
damage.
one.
Oh.
Gerald, how many hit points you
Okay.
got?
How many hit points? 3.
3. You survive the hit. A spear is in your, a spear goes through your side, pretty much. You're on 1 knee. You're wounded pretty badly. You have 1 of 3 hit points now, Gerald. Okay, so you're wounded. A spear is in your side. Everyone around you, of course, can overwhelm you. Do you guys want to stop Gerald or do you guys want to stop Roberto? What's the move?
I'm
Can I
not.
can I hit Gerald with my pickaxe in the
Well,
head?
So as soon as the
wait, I
light was
see it.
Over
lit,
his knee?
Roberto's the one attacking right now.
Gerald
Roberto
killed a party
stabbed
member.
Gerald in the rib or in the side, and as soon as the
Alright,
light
And you're
was
trying
lit,
to kill
Talbot,
another party
we
member. That's not
we
gonna
Can
need
help.
I
to
Talbot,
still
know
you
shoot
what.
him
you want to
back?
swing the pickaxe into him as he's on his
I
knees?
do want to swing the
I,
pickaxe into him because
we
Listen,
he.
don't.
listen.
All right,
I,
the
I,
pickaxe caved
What
I
in
are
want
his
to
our
shoot
chest.
options?
Edwin in the face.
Gerald is dead.
Alright.
Yay!
Alright,
All right,
he's dead. Everybody, listen. Gerald killed a party
Bullshit.
member
I don't
that
care.
wasn't
Okay, let's
trying to
keep
hit
going.
him.
Whatever.
Gerald
No,
tried to
no,
kill
I
a
want
party
to
member,
shoot
then did
Egri
kill a
in the
party
face.
member.
Can I
guys,
be
take
a
the
klepto? Can I look through his body?
guys.
all right.
What
So
just happened? I'm
I
confused.
loot his body with her.
2 war
Guys,
crimes have been committed, or maybe one was justifiable, but the other one was a war crime for sure. So
Okay,
all
you
right.
is the
guys
is the
No,
wanna?
I
is
want to
the
shoot Egri in the face.
You're
Yeah,
already
that's a
dead.
war crime.
So Gerald, if you cannot speak anymore, you're now done with the game. Thank you for playing, but this is the end of your experience here. So
thank God.
for tonight.
Alright,
I
guys.
appreciate
Can
whoever
I still
defended
be
me
a
with that spear.
klepto?
Alright,
Looting
guys.
is
Look, take the
yeah, you can loot if you want.
yeah.
Of
I
course.
want
I
to
Look,
loot
loot
him.
too.
take
You
guys,
should
take
not
the
let
bodies.
these
We're going
resources
back.
go to waste.
We're going back to camp. We're going back to
All right.
camp. Take the
It looks like we
bodies.
have a failed
Bullshit.
adventure.
No,
You
let's
can
push.
drag your
Let's
men
push.
out.
Let's push.
Drag your. Do you guys want to push, or do you guys want to loot your men and carry them out
Everyone's
to get
talking
buried?
over
We'll
me.
loot our men and carry them out.
Sorry, Edith.
Take
I
our
know you
men
want to
out,
loot.
guys.
Trying to give everyone a chance to do something. So Edith is trying to loot these guys, of course. Some of you guys want to push ahead. Some of you guys want to get out at this point. We gotta come to
I
a.
said let the people who want to get out get out.
Okay. We're gonna go down the list, and you guys will decide for yourselves if we can't come to an agreement. Because a party is supposed to act as one, right? And if you guys have different actions, then you're splitting your party up into different actions. Alright, in that case, we'll go down the list, and things don't go very smoothly. Roberto, what's your move at this point?
I'm taking Mocha's body and I'm leaving.
Alright, House Boomer and House UB are pretty close. You're gonna drag young Mocha out of here.
Yeah, gonna have to tell his family.
Okay. Ishmael. Do you want to try to press forward? You want to loot? Or do you want to fall
Forward.
back? You want to push ahead. Alright. Talbot, do you want to push ahead? Or do you want to loot? Or do you want to fall back?
I'll help carry Mocha's body out.
Okay. Very well. You guys move a lot quicker together. Igri, do you want
I
to?
loot. I loot and then I push ahead after I'm done looting.
You get one action. So you're gonna loot or you're gonna
But
push
I
ahead?
loot.
Okay. Octavius.
I'm in a difficult. So everybody is looting and then a
No.
majority
Some
is
men are
looting and then
falling
going
back,
forward.
right?
Who's falling back?
At least 2 men are falling back so far. At least one person or 2 people are looting, and some people are pushing ahead.
The ones that are looting, are they gonna go forward then?
You don't know. It's your choice. This is your
Oh
own
my God.
choice.
Um,
You want to talk about it, or do you want to take action?
yeah, I want to discuss with my people.
All right, no one's taking action then. Octavius wants to discuss. So, uh,
Oh.
what do we need to
Uh,
discuss?
sh I need to know how many people are pushing forward after the looting.
Okay. Anyone want to reply to Octavius?
I think only me and I don't know how to pronounce your name, dog. Igri. I think we're gonna stick together and loot the body together. And then everyone
Okay,
else is dipping.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't say that I was leaving.
Ishmael's pushing ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry.
All right. So Octavius, you gonna stay and loot for now?
yeah, stay and loot. Yeah.
Okay. You and Edith are looting. And then, of course, Flareon is going to go where his master goes. Talvith is leaving, so Flareon leaves too. The entrance is not far, or the exit. So the three of them are headed out, carrying the casualty, leaving the other body, I guess, for you guys to loot. You guys aren't allowed to, of course, loot Molka because they're carrying him out, naturally. They put a sling back on his belt, drag the young Molka out, right? Drag him out to his family, right? So we're gonna start with those who are looting. So we've got one casualty here that's left behind to loot. Um, let's see. This is, of course, Gerald is dead here, so we're gonna look over his equipment. You can take turns picking out what you want. Alright, so Gerald has on him no coppers. He has a damaged, bloody, heavy gambeson. Right, there are 2 holes in it, so it's no longer in repair. It's in disrepair. There is a
I'd like
hanging
the
from his.
gambeson.
You want it? You want to take it anyway?
Yeah.
It's 20 pounds of a damaged, bloody gambeson.
I'm just gonna strip the cloth from it and use it to wrap my boots.
Okay, sure. So, you're pulling off his heavy gambeson. That's your first move. It's gonna take a while. Aside from his heavy gambeson, there's a javelin. There's a quiver of 20 arrows. A bandage in his bag. 3 torches also in the bag. A tinderbox hanging from his belt. There was a 10-foot pole slung over his shoulder. There's a knife hanging from his belt. On the floor nearby is his longbow. Of course, there's his bag itself. He's wearing a light helmet that's in good repair still. His clothes are bloody, and he also has a key hanging from his belt. So
I'll
we know
just.
that. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, I just want the knife. That's
Okay.
all I'll take.
Edith wants the
I'll take
knife.
the longbow and arrows too.
One thing at a
Unless
time,
somebody else
Igri.
wants them.
I don't have a bow, and you're the only one that's looting with me. Unless Octavius was also looting. I
Octavius
can't
is here
remember.
too.
I'm sorry.
Octavius, you'll take a
Okay.
turn to
Yeah.
loot.
Uh-huh.
One thing at a time. What would you like to take?
The key opens any door, right?
No. It is a skeleton key. Might open simple doors, but it's usually used for lock-picking complex traps, or locks, I mean. So it's for thieves. Only thieves can properly use a key.
All right. And he has a crossbow
A longbow on the floor.
and okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the bandages.
So should we like take his body back now? I don't know what to do.
How many
Can I take
bandages
the
does he
javelin?
have?
Right. as you guys are looting, so you got your first item, right? You can spend more time. Looting takes time, so you're in the middle of looting. As you're in the middle of
Oh.
looting, one character pushed ahead, or try to at least. Ishmael. Ishmael, what's your light source as you push ahead?
Thing, I don't have shit.
So you're gonna retreat, or you're gonna stay with the looters. Also, looters, it's
I'll
getting
stay
dark.
with the looters.
Igri has the light, right? So he's got the lantern. You stay with the looters for
Flareon
now,
has
because
the
they might be
light.
pushing ahead. So,
Flareon has the light.
Flareon?
Yeah.
Flareon went with you though.
Flareon does not
So
have a
yeah, we're in
light.
the.
Oh, he has a torch, yeah.
Yeah, Flareon had the torch, which is the only light source.
Oh, yeah. So they're
Yeah.
leaving, and it's gonna get super dark soon, right? So as they're leaving, you guys were able to grab one thing, and now it's getting super dark. Because they're leaving right now. They're dragging a body out, and Flareon's providing torch light. So,
I
you
have
guys
a
gonna stay
tinderbox.
back here?
No, I want to leave too.
Either if it's leaving. Is the whole party leaving at this point?
I want to stay and
No.
loot more.
The
I wanna.
Gamson takes a minute
I
to
wanna
take
loot.
off. It takes 6 rounds, right? So you only got it off about 1/6 of the way there. You wanna keep taking it off?
Can I just take the javelin?
Sure. You stop. People are leaving. You grab the javelin. It takes one action to take a javelin. So
Okay.
you pull the javelin off it from the belt and take that instead, leaving the rest behind. Ishmael, did you want to take anything on the way out from the corpse? Alright.
No.
I guess this is a failed expedition. You guys drag your men out, or just the one? Did you want to drag the body of this guy out too? If you
Yeah,
drag it
let's
out,
track the body.
Yeah. Might as
I
well.
don't think they should.
Well,
okay,
I mean, why
at the
would we
entrance.
leave the body there? It's not like we
Can
killed him.
I?
Doesn't deserve a burial.
Can I? No. Can I take the head? You know.
You want to
What?
hack off his head?
Yes. Hack off his head.
He is a
He's
war
not
criminal. He might get a
he's
bounty
not
from.
considered an outlaw yet. There's no crime or no proven crime against him. So if you take his head, you will be labeled as a criminal, right? Because these are
Okay.
members of Sertenki, right? You guys are from Sertenki, right? Or
All right.
you're of the
I'll
same
just loot
people,
whatever's
right?
left. I'll just loot whatever's left.
So, okay, you want to loot what's ever left. If you guys you can, if you have proof that he killed someone, committed a war crime, then they can label him as a criminal, right? And therefore his death by your hands is justifiable, and you might even get rewarded. But if there's no proof, right, aside from just word of mouth, and that you guys witnessed him doing that, but then killed him anyway, it's hard to believe, right? So
Isn't that his arrow in him
that's why
though?
if you left him alive, it would be
You sure?
easier, right, to maybe
Well,
prove that he was a criminal.
And we
Mocha
could
has
have
an
kept
arrow in
fucking
them.
So
going if we left him alive.
The arrow in
his
Mocha
life,
is
if
from
you
his
proved he
bow.
was a criminal,
It's his
his house could
arrow.
also be dishonored heavily, right?
Right.
If he's a
It's
criminal, his
his
house would
arrow.
become a red flag player house, right? So
Yeah.
then they're only entitled that if that player ever plays again, and they're still respectful and mature, they only are allowed half shares though,
Yeah.
right? As a
Well,
red flag
it's
player, because they do
Yeah,
penalties.
but his arrow's
yeah,
in
it's
him though. That's his arrow, and he's missing
It's
an
hard to,
arrow.
I mean, bring him back to town. Who's gonna believe that? Like it's hard to prove, if someone's dead already.
Didn't they drag the other body back
Because
to
who,
town?
who
How are
knows?
they gonna
How do they know
explain
if
the other
it's his
body?
arrow or not? It could be anyone's arrow, right, in the body. So
He's the only one with the longbow.
no, he's
The
not.
okay.
There's a
The
ton of
main
characters
point
with
is
bows.
we don't have a torch. We can't see, so we have to abort the mission. That's it.
Alright, sadly, it's a failed expedition, so we retreat. We grab what little loot we can, the centipedes, right? We haul
Yeah.
ass. We leave his corpse to the dungeon, I suppose. You can feed the centipedes and they can breed. Um,
No,
alright.
we got bodies to take back.
Do you want to drag his body out of here, or do you want to leave it to the dungeon?
No,
Definitely drag
no.
it.
See, there's no point. There's no point.
I'm already
I won't
We
gone.
drag
leave it. Duh.
We're
Leave it?
leaving. We're
Okay.
leaving. Yeah, leaving.
Alright, we left his
Fine.
corpse there to the dungeon, right? He shall be. The dungeon shall now take care of his remains. You guys will take your buddy out. Of course, if you carry your brothers out that are killed with their loot can be inherited by their family, and their bodies can be buried in town so that they can come back so that family members of their household can, of course, pay respects or whatever, right? Get to see them one last time before they're buried. It also makes you look good if you carry your brothers home, right? Even if they're killed. So, um, okay, so we know that he got carried out of there, and of course, you can bury him here at the siege camp, or you can drag his body all the way to Sertanki to get buried. It's your choice. But most people would
Bury
probably
him
just
at
bury
the
him here at the siege camp. So near the local or the kind of makeshift burial ground that they've got going on for any adventurers. So we'll bury him here. Is that fine?
Mm.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mokla is buried here, right? His loot, of course, can be distributed, or either that, or you can, of course, carry it back to give to the heir of the character, right? Next in line, so that
Yeah.
you can start with some extra gear.
I'll carry it back to his family. Give it to him.
Okay, it's quite a bit of gear, but if you all work together, you can probably carry it as a party all the way back to town. To get your
I'm willing to
rewards,
haul him.
we'll travel back to Sertenki, uh, sell your centipedes and get your money, and you can split your treasure. Call it a night. Um, alright. Somewhat disappointing, but it happens. Sometimes we do.
Dog
Sometimes we
shit.
are our own greatest enemies, right? So, okay. Uh, House Juan, of course, has proven themselves dishonorable. Juan, you're not gonna get kicked out of the server or anything, because you've been respectful and mature about it, right? If you want to play a chaotic character, that's fine, as long as you're respectful, mature, and of course, a good player about it. But you will be labeled as a red flag player, a chaotic, which means you have to regain your honor if you want to get full shares again. But you're gonna be treated lesser because your family is
Do
dishonored, right? Like,
does that
There
raise
is
my
nothing bad about being a criminal. I mean,
well, you're not quite a criminal yet.
sometimes you have to
You're
be a
just one of
criminal.
your
Okay.
family members dishonored your
I
family.
can
Oh,
we
I want to
like
say
go back?
something also. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I really don't want to, like, piss anybody off. I'm sorry if I
I'm
offended
not
you,
pissed. No,
but
I'm not
just
pissed,
some
not anything.
actions.
It's part of the game.
It is part of the game, but
Yeah,
at the same time,
you
people come here
are.
spending 3 hours trying to make profit or tell a good story, right?
That yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, can we just like go back to where we came from and regroup and go back again?
Yeah, and another adventure.
No.
But this game is ending, so
All right, all right.
all right. This is the end of this session. There might be another one later today, maybe. Um,
Does does that
All right.
improve my rep by a chance? Chaotic to neutral.
were you labeled as chaotic? You were. Okay. Yeah, you've
I
at
mean,
this point.
you
Okay,
tried to
yeah.
kill him, didn't you?
What was your?
It's been a while.
What did
You
you do
saw him
to
trying
become
to kill
chaotic in
someone,
your
then you're
last
like, oh,
adventure?
I'll get him back. You know, I don't think that's
I'm
much
not
better.
sure. I think it was like back when
Did you kill another player member?
I don't think I killed anyone specifically.
All right. Do you know what you did to earn the title of chaotic? I don't remember,
Uh,
but I know it's there, so
I
there's
don't
definitely a good
remember. No,
reason.
I think you just randomly one day decided to give us chaotic, me and other people.
Did you desert any of your comrades and left them to die?
Mm, haven't played in the last 3 months.
That doesn't really count. It has to be mid-game.
Like
Okay.
I don't remember. It's been
All
a
right.
while.
Well, carrying your brother home, well, at least he was killed, and you did help to take out his. Well,
I
it would
mean,
be
I did do
Roberto
initial
that's.
act. I tried stopping him.
Yeah. So you don't lose.
Mm.
Sorry, I gotta mix your character up. Roberto would be the
I
lawful
thought you
one.
tried killing him. Didn't you have like a
Yeah,
weapon or something?
that's not lawful at all. That's not gonna make. That's not gonna restore honor, right, or anything like that. Killing someone is not restoring honor. If you're defending someone and you end up killing them because in the defense of some other character, right, that if their life was actually at
Yeah.
risk, then yeah.
Well,
Your
he was
character
trying to
dying.
kill Igri. He was trying to kill Igri, and he was threatening to shoot anybody. So I mean,
Yeah,
Anybody
he was
that
doing it in my
attacked him.
defense,
he shot Molka and killed Molka. So you
Yeah.
get
and he
what you
wanted to
get,
kill me
man.
too.
Well, I
Dying doesn't
shot him in self-defense.
Okay.
Ishmael, he wouldn't have died if you would have just let me take my initial pickaxe swing.
What?
Well, you shouldn't.
Pickaxe
Anyway,
swing at who?
I wouldn't kill you
Doesn't
if you
matter.
were
All right.
lying.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
You do
it
not.
At
doesn't matter.
You
Juan.
did
It
not
doesn't
restore your
matter.
Dungeon
family's
Master.
honor. You're
Uh,
still a chaotic house, and
DM,
Juan is
can
a
I?
chaotic house
Is the
now
game
too.
over? DM, is the
The
game
game is
over?
about to be over. Let me wrap it up. Okay. So if you
Okay.
can, I'm trying to get you guys your rewards and get you home, so you guys can
All right.
end the game. All right.
I'm sorry if I. Yeah.
All right. The journey home. Well, first you have to get through the evening, get through the night, and then of course the day of traveling home. All right. No encounters on the way home. Therefore, we can sell our treasure. 7 centipedes. That's only 420 copper pieces worth of loot. a small hole today,
All right.
and 2
How
casualties
many
with it.
lived?
What was that?
How many lived?
In this party, we had 2 deaths, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or only 7 men survived the expedition out of the 9. That
And
includes
then
Janers.
Flareon as well.
Yeah, that includes Flareon. Alright, for shares, is everyone here getting a... Okay, let's go over shares. Is Mokla getting a share despite his death? Are you guys going to send half a share
I'll
or
say
a share to his household?
a
No, he's
share.
dead.
He's dead.
A
He did
share.
not really do anything to deserve it, so... I mean,
Well,
did he
no,
help
because
fight the
Well,
Yeah,
centipedes?
he's dead.
Yeah, he
he
helped
tried to
fight.
protect me. I'll
He
give
got
him
it.
my
He
share
didn't
back.
protect
He
jack
tr-
shit. He got himself killed.
Ishmael.
Doesn't
Whoa,
matter, I'll
whoa,
give him
whoa,
my
whoa,
share
whoa, whoa,
back.
whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, he got shot by a party member. Okay, so I feel like if anything, he's justified to have a share, and he did help with the centipede.
He's dead.
So he's. What
I'm
do you?
confused
So
I
because
don't.
he's gonna.
do you want
I'm
to
The
go
share
confused
would
because
go
around?
to
he's
his
No,
gonna.
Mocha
family,
should get a
right? So his
share.
heir would get the
He's
Yeah.
not
money
gonna come
for
in
his
and.
death.
So
He's not
imagine.
gonna inherit the money.
His
Imagine
next
if
character
His
will inherit
family
the
will.
money.
his next character, bro. So
Alright,
he's still getting a share.
technically he
Oh,
is
okay.
promised a share, right? Everyone here that did their part, despite death, is promised a share. So if he did this part to help get that money, which was the giant centipedes, if he put in work, despite his death, his family still owed a share, right? It would be disrespectful, right, to deprive the family of what he actually earned, right? If he
Okay.
I
was to
give him
survive.
half my share and my javelin.
Okay, what a share.
Okay, that's not what we're asking right now. You're not giving your shares away yet. You can give your shares away after this. But first I'm asking, does his house deserve a share?
Yes, full share.
Okay.
Definitely, yes.
Yes.
Alright, does Roberto deserve a share? I'm just gonna go down the list. Everyone deserves a share so far. So Roberto gets a share. If you object, speak up. If Ishmael's getting a full share. Talvith gets a full
No, I
share.
object to Ishmael.
I don't think there's. What the fuck did I
No,
do?
Ishmael, let him get a full share.
No, no.
No,
What?
because
Why do you
he
object to Ishmael?
because in the
Because you
very
tried
beginning
killing
he
a guy.
stopped me. No, he tried to stop me as I was trying to protect the party member. Nobody would have
Protect.
died if he wouldn't have stopped
Bro,
me. And he tried to carry on without us when 2
No,
people
look,
had
look, no, no,
died,
no, no,
Alright.
and
no.
we
Look,
tried to
look,
carry
look, look,
their bodies.
guys.
look.
You both get a
You
chance to speak.
tried. You had a pickaxe, right? And then you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing it at this guy." Of course, I stopped you.
Okay, let's keep this civil. So, Telvid's argument is that he stopped him from saving someone, right? Ishmael's argument was he was trying to prevent death overall, right? So, just stop anyone from killing anyone. Okay, so does anyone okay? Does anyone also agree with Telvith that Ishmael deserves half share or no share? If anyone else joins Telvith in this argument, then he will, of course, get that share. Otherwise, Ishmael's still going to get his full share.
I mean, we all still.
Um.
I
He
feel like
gets a
this
full.
is like.
He
Can
deserves
I
a full share.
can I say something? Because I feel like this whole banter, I've just been quiet.
Go ahead.
I feel like we should like put aside our personal beef with the fight that happened and focus on the fact that we went on a mission together and this is our share of centipedes, not like
Before that, yeah.
some. So I feel
Yeah.
like we should just anything that happened like after the centipede situation, that's personal beef and that's like you
It's
shouldn't
dead.
consider that when paying someone.
Yeah. Okay. That's a
But
good argument. Thank you,
Yeah,
Edith.
that's true.
Alright. So in the end, it does sound like Ishmael's getting his full share. No one else is agreeing with the half share or no share. And we have some clarification from Edith, so appreciate that.
I just think it's ridiculous that I'm supposed to, like, let somebody swing a pickaxe at another guy because you don't like him.
No, that guy actively tried to kill somebody, but let's move past that.
Okay. Gerald of House Juan. He's getting 0 shares, right? Or should he still get his share?
Whoa.
Because he did
Give
help
him a
shoot
half
Hell
What
someone.
did
no.
my father say?
Hell no.
But he did
give
commit a
him a
war
half
crime.
share.
Okay.
He
Zero
committed a
share.
war
Hell
Zero
no.
crime.
Half
share.
share?
Hey, did we
Hell
not?
no.
We just listened to the shit Edith said, right?
Right.
Does that not apply?
It
He
does.
committed
No,
a
Right
war
He
now.
that
didn't
crime.
do anything during the adventure either.
He committed a war crime.
I didn't do
the
anything.
war crime.
So we can at
No,
least send
I
his
killed
family
her.
a half share for the compensation of his death. Because
but
every
he
character
didn't
you
really
play is
do
the
anything
household
to
He
help
leader.
the
didn't.
party.
We could
He committed a war crime. He is nullified from
we
our company.
That's true.
And
I
he
know.
didn't do anything during the adventure.
Did he shoot any
He is a
centipedes?
war. He is a war crime
His
person.
family
He
I
still depends
think.
cannot
on him,
do.
though.
Look, guys, let's just put it up to a vote.
I will do a vote
I
then, because
say
this one's a bit of a yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roberto, does he get a share, a half share, or a no share?
Play a half share. He still helped and pitched in, but he's a war criminal.
Okay. And then yeah, we shouldn't punish his because the money would be going to his family if anything. So are we punish
Yeah.
if you give him half a share? That's what he kind of deserves, at least, right? If you give him none, then you're kind of punishing his family for his crimes too, right? Because the family needs to eat too.
Then you
Let's see.
can.
But at the same time, he did commit a war crime, so really bad one.
Yeah. Not
Betrayed
my
the party.
family though.
All right. So his war crime can punish his own family, right? Like punish his family, or you're not exactly punishing his family because not you're not taking anything away from their family. You're just depriving them of something he earned potentially, but also
Can I
maybe
ask
didn't earn since he killed someone.
can I ask a simple question?
Yeah.
The if when the next session happens, he will be spawned again into his own family and he will be with us or not?
Potentially, yeah, but his family will, if he does want to play again, as long as you're respectful and mature and not kicked out of the server, of course, because you technically you can be a traitor, you can be evil if in this group or in this
That's the
game
real question,
if you're
because
not
that's the
disrespectful.
real question.
Yeah, so
Because
he can
if
rejoin,
I
but he'll be a red flag
Mhm.
player. So a chaotic, and
I
chaotics are
can't
treated
trust
worse,
him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't trust chaotics, but they can regain, they can restore their honor, and to do that, of course, they will have to suffer the half share, right? They get permanent half shares, of course, until they restore their honor and become neutral or
All right.
lawful, and of course, they're treated lesser until
Okay.
they prove themselves. Naturally, everyone's always
Voting.
has an eye on them because their family's in bad
Let's
health.
vote. Let's vote. Let's
Let's vote.
vote.
Okay, so the most likely situation should be the family gets nothing from this, right? He did not. In some ways, he did earn something for the family, but then again, the war crime kind of overrides that. Ishmael, what do you think? Nothing to his
He
family,
got
or
killed too.
yeah, he did get killed.
I don't think it's valid to punish him, right? When, we do this vigilante bullshit on
War
him.
crimes are
You
punishable
can't.
by death, man.
That is very true. So
Whoa. What?
he killed another member, which deprives his family of that other member's family of that character and that potential share, right? So
Right, but if you kill someone, right? You don't
Yeah.
just kill him back. Oh, I kill
But
you, I kill you, I kill. That's fucking. No, no, no,
that's
no,
how
no, no,
things
no, no,
work.
no, no. I'm talking.
Are you okay? Go ahead.
What is
I
happening?
okay,
kill
This
you,
has
you
to
kill
be.
me. Look. Listen. You kill someone, right? Somebody
Yeah.
kills someone. How do we
Yeah.
react? Oh, I'm gonna kill everybody. Kill that guy because he killed that guy, right? No,
That's how
no,
it
no, no,
works.
no, 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 no. I'm still talking,
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
Let him
Everybody kill
talk. Let
that
him
guy.
talk.
Everybody kill that guy because he killed this guy, right? That's so chaotic, right? That's so ridiculous, and I don't think it's valid. It's valid to have him receive a full punishment when you guys fucking killed him back, right? I
Okay,
think that's
so
ridiculous.
so he kills somebody, and then what if he just spins around and decides to kill another person? So
Then you bind
That's my
him. Then you bind him and you
then you
stop him.
buy. So now two people are dead, and we just have them tied up. You know.
Two
yeah.
people are
So
dead.
Yeah.
he would have
Well,
knocked
no.
another arrow if he had the chance.
I'm countering your argument. I'm saying.
You stabbed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we just argue about this
all right,
afterwards and
let's
Yeah,
get
not
the
let's
lose
take
shares.
a
our
Let's
vote.
end the game.
shares?
Let's get the
Let's
shares
take
done,
a
then we can
vote.
talk about this
Please.
after.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the end, it sounds like
We forgot to vote. We
yeah, let's
forgot to
vote.
vote. Please do the vote.
Roberto said
We'll,
share.
we'll
Ishmael said share. Telvith, share or no share?
no share.
Okay. Edith, share or no share?
Who am I sharing with? Wait,
Are we
what's the vote?
giving
I'm sorry.
House you want to share? The heir of Gerald. Is his
Yeah, I don't
heir
care.
getting a
Sure,
share?
I don't care. Share.
Give him a share? Okay. Agreed. Does he deserve a share?
Justice was already done. He deserves a share.
Octavius, does he deserve a share?
No.
No. In the
No.
end, the majority, twice or four voted for yes, so two voted for no. So he's gonna get a share. It's a half share though. So
All right.
Yeah, that's
Gerald
fine.
gets a half
Yeah,
share.
that's fine.
Agri gets full share, of course. Octavia gets full share. Theron gets a half share. Edith gets the full share of the treasure. All right, let me do the
So
math
what
real
did
quick.
we?
2, 4,
Okay,
6,
thank you.
8,
I'm sorry.
10, 12.
Don't forget the other dead guy.
Mm.
We already counted him. He's getting a full share.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In the end, a half share is 26 coppers. So Flareon and Gerald's heir will be receiving 26 copper pieces. Of course, Gerald's heir will probably lose 10% of that due to a delivery fee. Flareon's alive, so he will get it immediately. And everyone else gets twice as much. So that's 52 coppers each.
Uh, do you by any chance how much copper I have written down? Because I completely blanked to write it down when I bought stuff.
Yeah, you can ask me after this. I'm just gonna write
Thank
this
you.
down first. Yep. Alright, so everyone's getting 52 coppers. There is some extra left over. I highly recommend this goes toward whoever bought provisions for the party. So, we
Me.
check how much is left over. 52 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Also, I have food with me. Somebody gave it to me.
Me. I did. I bought all the food.
Alright, that's 4 extra
Um,
coppers. So who should we give it to?
We can just give it to Delvith.
Elvis?
I don't.
Okay. So tell it
y-
to get
uh,
56 coppers then.
and I'm returning the food.
It's eaten.
Yeah.
And it will
Oh,
go
okay.
bad.
Normal food goes bad after an adventure. Don't worry about it. The
Oh,
rations
okay.
are what matters.
Oh,
Let's see.
all right.
Alright, at the end, it wasn't a complete loss. We did make some profit, but we also have casualties. So, I want to thank you guys for playing. I know that tonight was a bit rough and a bit, chaotic, right? But it
Yeah.
is what it is, and I hope to see you guys at the next one. If you guys want to keep staying here and discussing the situation, you can, but this is the end of the game, so thank you for playing, and until next time.
Thank you.
And
It was
thank you.
self-defense.
All right.
Thank you
Juwan,
so
I have one
much.
question.
What?
Why did you initially try to shoot Agri?
Okay, I'm gonna explain this
He
once,
wouldn't shut up.
okay? And I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna explain this once, okay? Listen, you can't start making noise in a cave where we can potentially be attacked by a fucking dragon. See, you don't do that
I'm sorry, but
until
what?
you ask all of us. But Agri didn't want to listen.
That's
So
one of the
I
dumbest
Yeah.
reasons.
decided,
But then you make
no,
more
no, no, it's not a
noise.
dumb reason.
But then you
We're
make
not we're not playing in a
I was not
garden,
making noise.
okay? We're
yeah.
probably gonna face a
But
dragon. So
but also you make more
yeah,
noise
Dragons,
murdering the person than just if they don't understand, then that's when you like well like if they keep making noise and like stuff like that, then like the whole party can like have a talk about it and we do it. You don't just say I shoot him in the like that stuff is what breaks apart parties. That gets more people killed just from the confusion. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, but
look, I agree with what you say, Roberto. Honestly, about like this
yeah,
specific thing. But like, you know what I'm gonna say next, right? I
yeah.
also
mhm.
think that that applies to stabbing him.
Hmm.
But
Well,
the
with
only
Stem,
the problem
he
is
was an
he
active
was already
danger with the he look nothing against you, Juan. Yeah, but or Juan, I don't know how you say Juan. Juan. Once you kill somebody, you're not a party member. At this point, you're a bandit because
you're an enemy.
you've committed murder, and so which is a war crime. So you are subject to the punishment of your actions. AKA, the more you fuck around, the more you find out. So
Barf me up.
they find out. That's
yeah. So
And
that's
Molko
Tag me with a
died
spoon.
because he tried to be a hero. I was trying to kill Agri.
no, okay, yeah, you were trying to
so
kill someone, and Moko just wanted to. He wasn't trying to kill you. He was just trying to like grab you and stop you from killing him. Also, it was
Why
It
dark.
would
seemed
he
no,
grab
no,
me
no,
in
no,
the
no, no, no.
dark?
Listen, listen. It sounded to me, right? I don't remember exactly what he said, but it sure
he
did
said
sound to
he
me.
tried to grapple
No,
It
him.
sounded like he was trying to kill him.
no. Ekin said,
No,
"Do you
he
want to
tried to
punch him? Do you
grapple
want
him with his
to?"
hand.
Ekin was like, "Do you want to punch him, like kill him, or grapple him?" And he said, "I just want to grapple him."
Okay, okay.
So
I
yeah.
missed that.
With
Why
his
would you
hand.
grab
And
me in the dark?
and you were also because you were actively trying to kill Egri, and you were trying to
It
shoot
was
him in
in
the
the dark,
darkness.
and you were trying to shoot somebody that was like a random
It's
person
like
in
it's
the
like
dark.
it's like
You don't
imagine
know who it was.
you're like in a room with a loaded gun and your friend's hiding behind someone and you're just trying to shoot. You're gonna shoot us in the back. So like you're at that point you're in active danger, man. And then you killed Mocha, and that didn't help. That didn't help the situation.
Yeah, Molka, he could have told me, hey, stop. and
We
I
were
would
we
have
were
stopped. But
telling
no, he
we were
said,
telling you to
I don't
stop.
think I don't think
Multiple
he would have
people,
listened to reason though,
multiple
because you were
people.
already firing your arrow, and you already said that you were willing to fire in the dark randomly to try to hit
Yeah.
him.
So
so I
hopefully
was
His
aiming at Egri. Why would Molker try to stop me?
Egri was hiding behind us, so you would have shot us in the back, and it was in the darkness, so you might have even just hit us because it was dark.
You might have just
So
randomly killed somebody, and just because he's making noise doesn't mean you shoot him in the head. Your reasoning
yeah,
was a dragon, which
once you
I don't
you just
think I don't think that's like a dragon's gonna appear in a cave. I think more likely is more centipedes.
yeah,
In a cave,
Something.
you can expect anything.
and remember, if you kill him, that's a body we gotta drag back. So
You
I
don't have
just
to
that's
want to
drag back
like.
the body.
that's one less man helping the party, and that's another body we gotta drag back.
It's also
So
making
Listen,
noise. You said you were
yeah,
concerned
yeah, why
about
would
noise,
he
but
start
shooting
making
him
noise
wouldn't
in the
make
cave?
noise.
It's not. What
yeah.
he?
You were making noise by shooting.
Was he? Okay, was he mining something that would be useful to us, or just
He
making
wasn't
noise to
doing
fucking bring
anything.
enemies?
He was trying to prod for
He was
traps.
poking around with his
Yeah,
pole to
traps
make
can
nothing cave in again.
traps can instantly kill you. So he was just looking out for the
Well, he
party.
could. He could be setting us up.
Okay, he could have been setting us up, but you decided to just kill
Yeah,
him.
he's a thief.
No, okay. First of all, he's a
You're a
thief,
thief
but he's a
too.
good thief. All thieves, they should be assumed.
See,
They steal from
I'm a thief.
monsters.
I would
They kill
understand that
monsters.
he's setting us up. He
Okay,
could be doing both.
but like I said, all thieves. That doesn't mean they're evil because they're a thief. A thief can steal from monsters. That's what they do. They steal from monsters. They kill monsters. They're adventurers.
And
But I have
humans
to
too.
say,
AK,
gentlemen,
yeah, yeah.